day to be a Tiger. JSU By 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for
Hey,
athletic program.
let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU By 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU By 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU By 40.
What's good? What's good? Happy homecoming. What's good, Tiger Nation? Appreciate the patience. Happy Monday, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, Pippin? What's up, VI Love family? Hey, homecoming week. Who got it better than us? Nobody.
We love all the hate, man. Bring it on. Bring it on. Y'all know what time it is, man. Happy Monday, man. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. You know, big win this past weekend. A lot of winning going on at 1400 JR Lynch. Happy homecoming 2K23 to everybody. Make sure to go ahead and hit the like button, share button, hit the subscribe button as you get ready to come on in this thing. Let's get it popping, man. Got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yes, sir.
Action-packed show.
It's going to be a fast week, man.
Huh?
It's going to be a fast week.
I think it will be. I absolutely think it will be. Absolutely, man. Let me try something else, bro. This thing ain't tripping. Once again, I'm gonna get this slide up. I think it's something with my I think it's something with the whatchamacallit, bro. The I think it's something with my whatchamacallit, my memory. Memory's so full, man. That thing yeah, gotta delete some things, man. So yeah, let's see. There we go. That one worked. See if I can't get that thing in there. There we go, man. It's all good. So yeah, man, what's up, everybody? Like I said, hit the like button, share button, subscribe button. Hey, Zoe, man, we got that inventory, man, up and rocking and rolling, man. We got that fresh merch ready. No more pre-orders at the moment, man. Everything we got gonna come straight to you, man. We got a nice little bit of inventory left over from what we've done. So just want to go ahead and let everybody know that if you want to purchase some merch, go to the website right now. Everything that's available right now is available to you. All you got to do is click the link, purchase it, and you don't have to wait 4 weeks for it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the patience for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of working through that little tidbit, bro. But gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Yeah, I gotta get this thing working, man. I'm sorry, bro. You can go ahead and open it up. I'm gonna get this thing working, dog. I got to.
Man, look, just want to say, man, like you alluded to a minute ago, man, it's homecoming on G.I. Lynch Street, man, 2023, man. We're sitting at 4-2.
Yep.
Alabama State getting ready to roll in here, man. And they finally got the hump off their back by getting the L with Bill Cookman, but you know, come up this weekend, they don't get what they asked for. They asked for. So we're gonna give them that energy. They asked for this, and we obliged. You know,
what they asked for, bro?
Oh, man, they hope like hell that we scheduled it for homecoming this year.
Hey, man. Hey, you ask it and you shall receive it.
Amen. And so we oblige, and a boot to hind parts come with it. And so yeah, man, looking forward to it. Should be a great atmosphere. Listen, before we even get started, I do want to say this. Man, I Love family, all my Jews, Jacksonians, Lynch Street lovers, whatever you associate yourself with, we need 50,000 this weekend.
Got to be 50,000.
We need 50,000 in
the anything less than 50 is an absolute disappointment.
We need
not taking no excuses. I don't want to hear it. I don't need nobody coming on here saying, you know, we need to relax. None of that good old stuff, man. I'm just not trying to hear it, though. I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying to hear it. You understand me? So we need to be in the building, man. We need to be in the building, period, point blank. We need to pack the vet.
And we need to be active. We need to be vocal.
I agree.
And I mean, listen, you got everything you want. You know, we're sitting there 4-2. Win this game. We're 5-2, 7 games down with four games left. Control our fate. We have an outside chance that, you know, if we control our fate, win out, you're 9-2 with an outside shot to go to the playoffs. If family happen to trip up, then you control your fate. You get to the SWAC championship game. But either way it go, you control your fate. And 9-2, you have our favorite son, one of your own, leading the program, the first to do so since Robert Judge Hughes did it. But Robert Judge Hughes didn't have the acclaim of a TC Taylor. And again, we have to be take note of that. And but look, before we get started, man, I do want to make note. Just got this. I'm quite sure you did too. For the game this upcoming weekend, the $40 per ticket youth tickets are sold out.
Say that again.
I'm sorry, I got that wrong. $40 tickets, only thing available. All the youth tickets are sold out. I got that wrong. And $30 parking passes are available. So all you have is $40 per ticket, but the youth tickets are sold out. So look, do not go to the stadium tomorrow looking for youth tickets. Sold out, because I'm telling y'all, we'll come on the show and we'll get a report coming back from the stadium saying they came up looking for this. So youth tickets are sold out for Saturday. $40 per ticket, and you got $30 parking passes available.
Pretty self-explanatory, man. But I'll say this, man. Go ahead. Keep going.
Because while you talking, they coming like hotcakes. Tickets are $40 right now. $45 day of game. As I'm talking, I just got it.
What up, KT Dub?
So let me repeat this, Ken.
Go ahead.
Tickets are $40 as you hear me speak. Game day, $45. Youth tickets sold out, $30 parking passes. Floor is yours.
No, man, you saying some important stuff, man. That's what matters right there. We got to make sure. Go get your tickets. If you don't have your tickets already, man. To all my family, my cousins, my friends, my loved ones. The ticket office got tickets right now. Go to the ticket office and get your tickets. Don't hit me up asking me, do I got tickets? I'm going to be on daddy duty this weekend. I will have my daughter with me and her friend, whoever that may be. And we're going to get her some of that Jackson State.
I just might. I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah, TD, what's up, baby?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's up, Pep?
All good, brother.
Happy Monday.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. You know what? I can't figure out what the heck is going on with this thing. Y'all got to forgive me.
Are you good? Because I got a question here. I'm gonna jump on this. So I said, come here. It says, yes. Well, the way the playoffs work is for the SWAC, since the SWAC gave up our at-large bid. I'm sorry, we gave up our automatic bid when we decided to have the SWAC championship game. However, we can receive an at-large bid to the playoffs. There's a lot of different factors into that. But again, we do have the opportunity to receive an at-large bid. The process is simple. Every conference, well, for the most part, minus the SWAC and the SWAC and the MEAC now, have foregone the playoffs with their automatic bid. And so the MEAC champion goes to the Celebration Bowl. SWAC champion goes to SWAC champion goes to the Celebration Bowl. MEAC champion goes to the Celebration Bowl. The Ivy League have just foregone the playoffs altogether.
Thank
All
you.
the rest of the conferences have an automatic bid, and then you have at-large slots, and they have a selection process, and they choose the at-large slots. There are different parameters into who they choose and why they choose them. On the selection show, they actually kind of giving you an idea of why they choose who they choose. I got to be honest. I told the kid about this morning. I think that even if we go 9-2, I find it a tough goal for us to actually get there. But we do have an outside chance. It's slim, but we do have a chance to get there. But the only way we can get there is if FAMU doesn't lose any more games. They go to the SWAC championship game, and we have to be 9-2. There is no if and buts about it. We cannot go 8-3. I can assure you that.
I'll say this about that. We got to win, period. We'll get there if we win. Right now, the SoCon beating each other up. We got to do what we can do to control what we can control. It doesn't look like to me that FAMU is going to lose another game this season. This just very well may be their year. And if it is, so be it. This is a complete rebuild. Shout out to my brother, our brother, big brother, KT Dub. That was one of the things talking to him. He's always said, we got to be realistic about where we are. This is not the same team of last year. This is a complete rebuild. Shout out to Coach TC Taylor, his staff, and everybody that did a wonderful job of re-recruiting the room, keeping some of the talent in-house and going out and get some talent that they felt was good to put on a roster and compete with. Chances are that you may, every year your roster is going to look slightly different, but when you establish your program, you kind of know what you have, and that's pretty much that. But for right now, we got to take care of what we can take care of. That's for the team and the coaches to do. We want to stay focused on something because I don't want to let this out. I don't want to deviate from this too far, and I'm gonna let TD come in and give his intro. We got to pack the vet, man, because I see a lot of chatter on the internet of people complaining about not having home games. TD, I'm sorry. I know we talked about this last week, but I still ain't got over the fact that we put 23,000 folks in the stands against Bethune-Cookman. I'm sorry, bro. That's unacceptable for us. That was the first game. We were 2-2 going home. I'm not talking about the people that deserve the right to complain were the ones that were sitting in the stands that saw what they saw and they felt how they felt. We ain't talking about them. We talking about the folk that decided that I don't want to really go through, because this is where you get from good to great when you're talking about fan attendance and all that. And I'm not gonna go down a rabbit hole just yet because I am going down it. I'm going down it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ruffle a little feathers tonight, so y'all might well put your big boy and big girl drawers on, because I got to make sure we get there, and I'm just gonna tell it like it is. We gonna start telling it like it is on this show, because we owe that to you guys. We're not gonna be lying. We're not gonna be sitting up here sugarcoating, powder puffing. We're gonna speak the real.
That's
you
right.
understand me? You feel me? You got to. Y'all ain't gonna respect us if we don't. But I'm telling you right now, I'm tired of the attendance conversations. I like greatness, and I feel like there should never be a game in Jackson State, especially when you got less than 5, where you should have nothing less than 30,000 in the seats. So if you're gonna punt on Bethune-Cookman, the expectation is we're gonna double and then some the Bethune-Cookman game. Because if you didn't come to the first one, I don't want to hear nothing about complaints about how many home games we got, because it ain't gonna make no darn difference, because you ain't gonna be there no way. So stop complaining about it. We bought 6,100 season tickets, okay? And now here we got we first game off the rip, 23K. Now here we got homecoming. There's no reason why you shouldn't be at the game on Saturday. And for the folks that's gonna be tailgating, okay, please come to the game and come inside the game, okay? And I don't care how you feel about it. I don't want to hear this. You count folks' pockets. Save it. Because ain't nobody counting your pockets. I don't know you. I don't know what your bank account look like. We got 4 games at the vet. We already punted on one of them. So what you gonna do for the homecoming game? Because I'm gonna say it like this right here. Them fans, see, listen, them fellas that decided to stay local in Mississippi to come to Jackson State, they want that big time, big stadium experience. Okay. And I think not only do we owe it to T.C. Taylor, we owe it to Isaiah Spencer. We owe it to Braxton Barney. And I know everybody. I'm just going to name a few of them. We owe it to Tim Stewart. Okay. We owe it to B.J. Washington. We owe it to DJ Stevens. I'm just saying, those kids that Zy McDonald, Jacobian Morgan scored 2 touchdowns. We're going to talk about the game. Oh, we got a show today, man. We're going to have some fun. But I'm telling you right now, them kids got opportunities to go other places. They chose to come to Jackson State because they want to play in the vet. It's on us to make sure that we pack the darn vet. And we show up, we show out, we get loud, and we give them a Power 5 experience at an HBCU, because that's what we like to stick our chests out on the internet talking about how we win attendance war. That's easy for us to do. We've been winning attendance wars since we were 3 and 8. That ain't no. You don't get a cookie for that no more, Jackson State. Get your head out of your behind. Don't get offended when we try to get to greatness. Everybody always want to get offended when you tell the truth. We're going to start telling the truth now. I'm going to be quiet and let TD get in there, because y'all know TD be telling the truth. Get a little, he ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. That boy from Exit, what today? 119? What, 120? 117? What's that?
Oh, come on. Why you got to do
114?
It's in the chat, baby. It's 119.
Go ahead, big dog. I just had to get that little part out, because y'all see where I'm going. I'm worked out. It's homecoming, baby. I can't wait to get home. Let's go.
Yeah, man. You guys doing a heck of a job, man. I was enjoying you, Ken. You was on the road. I'm about to bring you a paper towel and a glass of water.
I don't need nothing but a Gatorade. I'm ready now, dog. Y'all listen, we 4-2. We done whoop them boys up. And
Yeah, you see it.
Yeah. I got. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I already know. But look, I already know, because I'm gonna say this too. Because do what everybody gonna do. Because I'm gonna go ahead and give you your issue right now. TD. We gonna pay for homecoming, and get what we gonna do? Complainers. We gonna punt on Texas Southern. We gonna wait on Alcorn. See, that's the right there that make you get mad when our AD Robinson decides that he wants to, you know what? I'm going to go back to the Gulf Coast Challenge. And then everybody going to be complaining, well, we don't have no home games, because you don't come to the games. You don't come to the games. HBCU football is not just about rivalries and homecoming. You go to 2 games a year and you're complaining about having 4. What difference does it make? We might as well sell away all our home games and just go on the road, because we ain't coming no way. All right, I'll shut up. Go ahead. Let me.
Nah, you good. I mean, and I'll say this on that. I mean, if we're not careful, we won't have anything to go to. I mean, because right now, with so much going on, and the HBCU crowd dwindling at a lot of school. I mean, we still have to continue to carry the torch and do what we do.
Thank you.
And we can't. I mean, believe it or not, Tiger Nation, a lot rise on our back.
Facts.
So we have to make sure, like Ken said, for our home team, for our home players, the players that decide to stay here to play for us, to play in front of their family, their home crowd. One of the things that they always say on the Tiger Talk video with Corey on the interviews, hey, they're interested in seeing the crowd when they enter the vet, the band, and everything that had the experience. Even with the previous regime, when you had players to come in, they say, hey, I've been in the Alabamas, I've been to the other schools, I've been to Power 5 schools, and still there's no experience like this. So there's no use in falling off now. I mean, let's not be, fair weather fans. We got, I don't like fair weather fans. We got to ride or die with our team, man. So,
hey, that's a great point, Jimmy. I actually agree with that, but that's a separate point. What I am not saying is that we didn't have a brutal schedule. We had a brutal schedule to start the year off. We started in Atlanta, then went to Miami, then went to Baton Rouge, then we went to San Marcos. I totally get it. But there was some Jackson State alums and fans that live in Mississippi that didn't attend the game against Bethune-Cookman. That happened. I ain't talking about those that had to go to work. I ain't talking about those that had an issue or a reason. But I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, man, I don't know about y'all, bro. It ain't cute to be up in an airplane every week all the time. I don't do that stuff for clout, and I be, man, it's exhausting, bro. And I'm sorry to everybody that expected us to do Tiger Talk on Saturday. I got to be real with y'all. TD, KG Dub and Zoe, my witness, man, we were tired, bro. We just had a moment. We was like, you know what, bro? Man, we had a good Friday night show. Man, let's just go to the tailgate, man, and try to enjoy the game. Like, straight up, bro, because we be working, man. And I say this, man, dog, I'm flying from California, bro.
What time I get home? Sunday.
Zoe drove straight back. I stayed up waiting for him to go to sleep because I'm calling him. I'm like, bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? TD and KT Dub was behind me. I'm driving. I got in midnight from the game. And I'm just saying, this is not to say, this is all I'm saying. I'm a principled dude, man. I live by principles, man. And this is what I say. I'm not gonna complain or say nothing to anybody about something that I'm not willing to do myself. If I know I ain't doing as best as I could do, I'm gonna shut the heck up about it and be quiet. And I'm gonna listen to the encouragement to just try to be better. We do a lot. It is what it is. Our heart is in this thing. But, man, it is a grind, man. I just moved my I had a dentist appointment tomorrow. But I was like, man, I got to move this thing to Thursday because I am not getting on a plane tomorrow. I refuse to. I decided to come later. You know what I'm saying? It is. Dr. Cavill, man, so good to see you. This right here, one of the hardest working. This the dean of HBCU sports, man. It's a pleasure to have you on, Doc. And I'm just saying, man, shout out to you, Chuck Bishop. You know what I'm saying? The whole crew, you know. And
okay,
I just wanted to say that. Listen, listen, folks. I'm not on my soapbox. I'm not complaining. This ain't negative energy. This is homecoming week. Y'all know good and doggone well it's gonna be crazy in the city of Jackson. That's a given. That is a given. Everybody, the city is finna be on steroids this week. Everybody finna make some money this week. All the businesses, all the folks selling merch, everybody finna get it. But you got to do the same thing versus Texas Southern. Because we know you're going to be there for Alcorn. What about Bethune-Cookman? What about Texas Southern? We say, I just wait till the Alcorn game. Why? Now, I understand if you live on the West Coast and you decide, you get what I'm saying? It's work for us. So we going to grind it out and we going to do it. You know what I mean? TD, you want to haul that big old golf bag everywhere you go? That golf bag is tall as me and you, bro. We got big old 8-foot signs and tripods and, you know what I'm saying? It really is, man. It really is. It's work.
It's work.
And that's for the first time. I'm sorry if y'all saw us looking like Suge Knight on the sideline, all in the videos, all on the camera. Listen, I'm sorry. You know why? Because for the first time, it felt like this season, we got to just be a fan.
Yeah.
No working. Now, we get our work done at the beginning of the game. We try to get as much as we can get. Then when the game starts, work done. We just want to be football fans. Man, bro, but it's a grind, man. It is a grind. Shout out to Dirk Diggler, Mr. Salerno. It was fun hanging out with brother Tony Salerno and Big Jason Brown. You know what I mean? It's always good to be. Shout out to KT Dub, man, who just go above and beyond and do everything in his power to support us in this channel, the foundation. Had a meeting today locally with some folks trying to get some good things for the university, man, for the student athletes and the students, man. So, man, it's a grind, bro. And hey, we midway through, and it's like we got to keep pushing, man. So I tell you, man, we're not complaining. We just saying, come on, Jackson State, come on, Tiger Nation, we can do better. Because you know what, TD? Nobody holds their tongue when they're talking about the coaches need to do better, or the players need to do better, or the media team needs to do better, or the AD needs to do better, or the president needs to do better. What about you, Jackson State Tiger Nation fans? What about you? Can you do better? Can anyone, somebody, anybody, can we be better? That's all we're saying. Don't get mad at me, because I'm going to tell you again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and then I'm going to live it. You get what I'm saying? So if we don't, so that's why it's important to tell our story, and it's important to do the work. Now, while I got your attention, we will have a special guest on Wednesday. We will. We will have John Jock Taylor, who wrote the book about our previous coach. We will have him on Wednesday, and I can assure you that I think it'll be a great conversation. We want to bring him on live. We will drop the link for those that may want to purchase the book. Don't tell me ain't nobody going to buy the book, TD, because we were sitting right in Mobile, Alabama at the tailgate spot. Somebody had a Colorado shirt up there with the Jack State merch. Did they or did they not? Did they? Come on now. You saw it.
Yeah, man. The lady was selling. Ain't somebody walking around with a whole 2 jersey on, bro. I mean, colors.
Hey, listen. I don't tell folks what to do with their money. They do what they want to do. But hey, don't sit there and act like y'all ain't gonna buy it. Somebody buying something, and you do what you want to do with your time, your money. It is what it is. I ain't tripping about that. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, we will have John Jock Taylor, renowned author. You know what I'm saying? Publisher. Making KT Dove got my book, but I will be in Jackson on Wednesday to do the show. So I have my book back on me. You know what I mean? He was reading on it, and it was I enjoyed the little tidbit that I was reading. But this is part of controlling your narrative, making sure that we have these conversations. It's a necessary conversation, and we'll see where it goes, and we'll go from there. But we got a lot that we do want to cover. And you got anything else, TD? Because I want to get through this. Let's go ahead and hit the preliminaries. We'll open up with some. Go ahead, so you got something?
Yeah. Before you actually hit the preliminaries, I want to state, because the one thing that kind of is going under, even the whole thing about mentioning, tickets and attendance and going to the game, because we focus on traveling to Mobile because we're short this particular game and things of that nature. But the one thing that's going unnoticed or going unsaid is the same thing they're saying about the football program. They're going to turn right around, and we got an outstanding women's basketball program. But guess what? If we come to these football games, because football funds our whole entire athletic department.
Go ahead, preach.
And so if you come to these games, now we probably can host 2 games against a group of 5 schools that could benefit and make it a little bit easier on our women's basketball program that's striving and moving up as a mid-major. You could possibly, Mo Williams got a good squad this year. Instead of us traveling for the whole month of November, now we could possibly have more revenue, and then we could probably play a money game because they do that in basketball as well. We probably could schedule 2 or 3 money games in November, and we don't have to be on the road for the entire month. See, the thing about it is the more we maximize our earning potential, we can do things that could trickle down to other sports that could lead to more success. So we have to look at the big picture. We can't just sit here and think about, just football, because again, if you want to look at it as football, look at it as a total athletic juggernaut.
Facts.
But the way to make us an athletic juggernaut, you got to give football all you can give, because if football maximizes its earning potential, all the residual benefit goes to all the other sports. Again, we got Coach Omar doing his thing down there at baseball. But damn, if football is even more of a blessing than baseball, look at what we can do. We have to maximize our earning potential. And you cannot do it because guess what? Guess what? If we talking about attendance at football, damn well you're not going to the baseball game. Look, we got an outstanding women's basketball game. And guess what, Ken? Last year, was Coach Reed talking about attendance and getting people to come to the game?
Not only was Coach Reed talking about it, but so was Coach
Williams too. So the point that I'm getting at is it goes through everything. If you half-ass with football, I know you're going to half-ass with everything else.
That's a great point.
So the thing is, we've got to, maximize earning potential. Football is the golden goose that's going to crack the egg over everything else.
You preaching now, dog? And listen, we got comments in the we got words in the comment section. We got text messages. I had to put it up there. Season tickets are on sale. Guess what? We got our season tickets. TD got his.
Hold on, because I'd be remiss because I signed it on Saturday. Get your damn tickets. Get your damn tickets.
I got 2 sets. I love to sit on the court side, but if I ain't get the court side, hey man, it's all good. But listen, man, hey Zoe and TD, of both programs, we have 3 per team. We have 6 preseason all SWAC players on both men's and women's basketball.
Mm.
If that's not a reason to show up to football, I mean to the basketball games, right? Me and the fellas even talked about possibly having the squad out in the California area for the California run for the men this time around. The women were here.
Go to Puerto Rico.
Huh?
We talking about trying to go to Puerto Rico next month.
Surely, try to get to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Like,
no, leave that alone, bro. But no, man. Great message. I don't have to add to that. But I will say this, though. Let me go ahead and remove this real quick. I'll come back to it. Speaking of tickets, I want to send a huge shout out to Brother Steve Campbell. It is homecoming week. He was a man of his word. He did purchase 4 sets of season tickets. Miss Bonnie, Mr. Harper, those that were able to collect those tickets, I want to make sure that I get this right. Those tickets were in honor of JSU alum, class of 1938, Irvin H. Breland, Sr., and the Breland family. He did say that the Breland family watched the channel. They tuned in. We want to send a special shout out to the Brelands. And that was one half of Brother Steve Campbell, kept his word. He added some tickets to it because we ain't scored 1 touchdown. So he really was only out for one ticket, but he purchased an extra 3. Those tickets were gone, bro, as soon as you send them to me. But I want to make sure that we definitely send a shout out to the Breland family. Thank you for being such a valued supporter of the channel. Thank you for tuning in and watching it. And brother Campbell, my brother, across the street, native big brother. Appreciate you for the support, man. Appreciate you for the tickets, man. So let's jump right into it. Go ahead, brother. You got it.
I mean, the last thing I would say on attending the game is an early game. So, you know, they give you time to do what you need to do early in the morning, cut your grass, rake your leaves, go to the laundromat, whatever you got to do. And then they still give you time to come home and, you know, unwind, prepare for church the next day, or watch some SEC football, whatever kind of football you want to watch. So it's an early game. Come out and support, enjoy the festivities, you know. And again, let's support our local players and our team. We got a good, even though we're having a rebuilding year, we still have a pretty good product on the field. So if you hadn't been to a game, come check it out.
And said, taking a shot in the morning.
You talking about a good product? Hey, I just told Ken, well, we're gonna touch it later on. We ahead of schedule.
We are.
Hey, Ken, look at the Dr. Liddell question.
Oh, let me see.
944.
Dr. Liddell. I'm going. Whoa. Call the JSU ticket office. Call the ticket office and ask if they have any additional. Them bad babies might be gone for Saturday, though. I can tell you. I bet you about 7 of them available for Texas Southern. Shuttle service will be provided to the games. Don't forget, you guys, via Visit Jackson. Shout out to Visit Jackson for all that they do. Oh, baby, she got a new wall. Yes.
There is a God.
Yes.
Wow.
That might be a little filthy, but I love it though. I love it.
You know what?
I love it. You got that.
Well, you're gonna have good energy from me from now on. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You finally got, man. Look here.
Hey, first and foremost, before you go, great show last night. Doing an outstanding job. Proud of you. Keep up the great work. And blessings and shout out to Miss Riri for just coming forward with a story and sharing that with her family. You know, continued prayers to her and her family, man, and just having a much needed conversation. So glad you was able to join us, man.
Daryl, wait a minute. Daryl, I am at home. I just got it.
For my baby.
It said Tyler said, "Oh, 1 second, Tyler. Let me scroll back up. My bad, brother.
This for my business right here. I can't change it.
Okay. No, I don't. I do Twitter. I do Twitter because I don't have a. We don't have a. We have to create a Facebook page, and trust me.
No, you don't.
No, Rochelle.
Really? Because I got mine on my personal. Okay.
I don't use my personal page for that. It's a whole nother reason, bro.
I understand.
I got over 5,000 friends on Facebook. You post one post about something important, and you might get 17 likes. So
I got you.
I don't. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But tell a friend and tell a friend and tell another friend to come on in and join the conversation. But let's jump into Michelle. You got
service. Did you mention the price? Because
I did $20. Smith Wheels Stadium. Park at Smith Wheels, and then you catch a shuttle over by Visit Jackson. Go ahead, Michelle.
I'm gonna purchase a season ticket for the basketball team, and I just give it to you guys.
Well, you just keep it to yourself, and then what we'll do is when somebody join us, you can just give it to them. That's how we do that. You know, that's all you got to do.
Somebody said, "Why don't they student?" I thought we give students tickets at home, don't they?
Students get in free already.
That's what I thought, TJ.
They pay already.
That's what I thought. Thank you, Edwin. Yeah, it's free for the students.
They have a student fee. They pay already.
So let me get into these preliminaries because a lot of the stuff that folks are actually talking about in the chat, we kind of gonna touch on it, and then we'll come back to the general conversation. First things first, just so you guys know, got 4 of us. It's several of us. Nook Nook's working, so he can be free this weekend. KT Dub not on the screen, but Friends of KC-1400 Inc. We do have a foundation. The mission of Friends of KC-1400 Inc. is to provide strategic financial support to Jack State through collaborative initiatives, stabilize and enhance the viability of our students. You can donate to our foundation, and trust me when I tell you guys. Listen to me when I say this carefully. As my light over here started going crazy. I need a new light bulb. You guys got to understand everything that we do and are doing. We do not get on the camera to talk about because some stuff we just choose to not speak publicly about. We are doing a lot of things, and I'll say it this way. Every single red cent that is donated to us as of right now is coming in and going out fast because we're using it for just about everything. We're in the process of doing some toiletries for some students, travel, and stuff like that. I mean, what you name it, water, Gatorade, supply, any little thing that we can do to
bags.
Yeah, absolutely. All of that is going towards can go toward the foundation, and all donations are tax deductible. So we do have the ticker at the bottom. If you do want to donate Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, you can do that as well. Or you can send a super chat donation through the channel, or you can become a channel member. Whatever suits your heart. All right. Next thing's up. Hey man, we got our merch back up. You can go to KC1400media.com right now. The only shirt that's not available right now, I actually discontinued the gray shirt. Didn't get enough sales for it, and the sizes were a little weird, so I just kept it on. They only sent me like a couple of them, but every other shirt that we sell, this shirt that I have on, we love the hate in navy, in red. We have all the logo shirts. We have navy, we have white, we have black, we have red. And I got a dope hoodie that we've already, I didn't do pre-order because I don't want to tie your money up with the time frame. We wanted to go ahead and order it in and have it so that the inventory would be available for the blackout game versus Texas Southern. But if you want to purchase any shirts that you didn't get a chance to do the pre-order, everything that we have available is available on the website. So you can go to the website right now, KC1400media.com. And you can purchase right now as we speak. You know, the shirts are what they are. Like I said, everything that we did previously was a pre-order. So now, let me say it this way. If you purchase a shirt, I'll get that order. We can fulfill that order very quickly. I got all the inventory surrounding this whole room that you can't see. So, and I will not have merch. We won't be traveling with merch. We won't be doing any pop-ups anytime soon. Everything will be online ordered and will be fulfilled as fast as possible. Now, mind you, if you do travel, if you do decide to purchase this week, just wanted to say that if I'm gone, then it's done until I get back. So, and that's just how we'll do it for now. And I just wanted to let everybody know that the inventory is back up. So go check the website out now. Everything was sold out. Now it's open. Now we got inventory. Go buy, go shop, go spend some money with us. We appreciate you for the support. It's dope. It's fly. I like it. Anyway, let's move on. We're dropping this hoodie, man. Starting this week. You won't even see you won't even be able to purchase it until we place the order. I'm actually going to order 250 hoodies. Yeah, that's right, Rochelle. That's fly, ain't it? I knew you were going to like that. Yeah, I know it. Color for the Bama State game is blue and pink. It's really a pink out, but it's breast cancer awareness, but it's a blue out. We wearing blue. I know it's homecoming. These hoodies will be available. They will be in your hands before the blackout versus Texas Southern. I will let you know when the link is available to purchase. But as of right now, we decided to get some sizes. I will have these in 4X. If you need a 5X, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll get that for you as well. We'll have 4X, 3X, and all the way down to small. Nothing in kids right now, but we will drop that link this week for you to start purchasing. Not pre-order, but once we get the we've already approved the design. We're ready to start printing, and then we'll do it that way, and then we'll sell them on the back end. So I will have more than enough. And we think we can sell out. This is a fly shirt, man. We all gonna be rocking this.
Listen,
we all gonna be rocking it. Versus Texas Southern, y'all know what it is. This ain't, hey, this you can rock this whenever. And we just may come back later. We may do it in a different color.
Man,
we gotta see how folks feeling now. We ain't trying to tie your money up. We won't give you a little something to shop with ever so often. But this will be on the website as well. We will let you know when it's on the website. But enough of all that.
Wait, Ken, someone just asked you, what is the absolute largest size you can get?
I can do a 5X if you need me to. Just know that 3X, 4X, 5X will be a little bit more, simply because when we do a screen print, you don't want to take the same screen from a small and a medium and put it on the daggone 4X hoodie. Correct. And that thing be looking all snug and right down the middle of your chest. You want that thing to be spread all the way out. And we're going to look, man, we're going to come with that heat now. So, Zoe and I, approved the designs, and we decided, hey, this would be fly. We can roll with that. And listen, we're going to expand into the merch game later. But for right now, the pre-orders was a little slower. You know what I'm saying? And we got all the kinks out. We had to give some refunds. And y'all know how it is when you're doing anything from a service standpoint. You want to make sure you're on point. So, but I did think, based off the turnaround time, we got the Texas Southern game November the 4th. I'm not sure what kind of black merch, folk be buying. You got Jack, whatever. Anyway, the hoodie. It's going to be a little cool that day. It's a day game as well. Get yourself with the standard hoodie. You can rock it whenever you get ready. And that's what I got. So JSU by 40, go to www.gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40. We played the video. A.D. Robinson is asking that we all sign up and join this campaign, $40 a month or $480 a year, whatever works for you. But every alum can get in on this, and this is directly to support athletics in conjunction with what we're already doing. This does not replace your alumni dues. This does not replace your season ticket sales. This don't replace general donations. Do what you've been doing, but $40 extra a month, we get it. We got to do it if ain't nobody else going to do it for us. These are the upcoming home contests. Zoe just talked about the home games for basketball, but listen, hey, we got a really good women's soccer team. We the defending SWAC champions, in case y'all didn't know that. Shout out to Coach Theo Flogaitis, our head soccer coach. And we went up to Alabama State just the other day, and Coach Larry posted a photo of him and the young lady with the chair up in Alabama State, the Montgomery Brawl. But nevertheless, October the 13th, 3 p.m., we got Prairie View at home. The volleyball team just had a clean sweep. October 13th at 6 p.m., we got Alabama A&M. Football on Saturday, we got Alabama State, 2 p.m. So everybody be in town, hopefully this weekend. Then following the next day, soccer, then volleyball, soccer, volleyball, volleyball, volleyball. These are all the home games that are coming up. Damn, we're going to be on. Yeah, that's right, man. Y'all do realize that this is the last home game for October for football. We don't come back home until November. So be there, be square. All right, let's move right along. Again, get your darn tickets, season tickets, gojsutigers.com/2023BB tickets. Anybody got anything, want to comment real quick on anything that I touched on thus far?
Yeah, Katie Dove said let everybody know that that's a fundraiser. I guess to buy 40.
Yes, this is a fundraiser. Yes, sir. Got you, brother. This is a fundraiser.
I did want to say something. I should have said it when we first came on, but I had a brain for it. It's off kilter, but it just hit me. I gotta say it because I wouldn't be me if I didn't say it. I want to and you know where I'm going with this. All my I love family. Really, 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 really good dude. I want to send my condolences, man, to Coach Walker.
Yes, sir. I've been remiss to say that, Zoe. Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Thank
I want to send my condolences to Coach Walker, man. Coach Walker lost his father. And he's been traveling back and forth to Michigan for a while, tending to his dad, and he lost him the other day, man. Real good dude. If y'all can, man, you happen to go, and he actually dropped the video today, man. If you can, when you go on his page, man, if you hit your knees tonight, man, throw some prayers up for him and send him some well wishes and some condolences on this page, man. I have both my parents, so I can only imagine, what that feels like. I know it ain't easy, but man, he's a really, really, really good dude. Real good dude. And just want you to know, Coach, if you see this, man, we're praying for you. We're there for you, man. And our condolences over here from us to you, man.
Hey, when he first told me, Zoe, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, wow. I said, man, I'm so sorry. Because, we send them goofy memes and videos on IG all day long. I'm sorry to you. I be flooding their inbox with funny and goofy stuff. And every now and again, they'll respond. But one thing Coach asked me, Coach said, Ken, don't stop sending it, man. Don't stop sending, the videos. He was like, man, I need to laugh. And I was like, man, bro, I'm so sorry. We've had multiple conversations with him. Like Zoe said, going back and forth to Michigan. But I want to take it a step further and say that Coach Walker is probably the main person that's responsible for me deciding to get on this YouTube space. Zoe and I talked about it a lot, but it was Coach that kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me and actually took me by the hand and said, I'm going to walk you through this thing. He and DJ. Media were instrumental in getting this channel up and rolling. Gave me a lot of pointers, just walked me through a lot of stuff to help us get this thing rolling. And just so indebted to them, and I'm truly sorry for his loss. Like I said, you only get one set of parents, man, and I still have my mom and dad, and today is his day, and tomorrow could be one of ours. So we don't know. You just have to live life to the fullest and appreciate your parents while you can. Love hard, forgive fast, smile a lot, and try to live the best that you possibly can. And Coach, thinking about you, bro. We love you, man. Praying for you and your family. Let us know if you need something, and keep us abreast on the arrangements for your dad, man. We want to send you something. And if it wasn't,
Ken.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I would like to definitely send my condolences to Cole Walker. I enjoy talking with him. We do interact, time and again on IG. And one thing I will say to you, Ken, be sure to keep sending what you're sending, because a lot of the time we have this narrative when someone loses a loved one, or lose someone, period. We add to the sombra of the cloud being over their head by constantly, with condolence. Sometimes we have to take that a step farther and take it out of the element of what it is and trying to change the energy. You can't change that. Yeah, you got to change the energy and not all the time just pound on sorrow.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to bring, so sending those funnies and stuff will be good to help a person, ease their mind from, take it away just for a second from what's really going on. So that really helps. So again, condolences to Coach Walker.
Hey, you're right, man. Man, good stuff, bro. Again, you guys, we don't give updates can't really give updates on injuries. Just know that if the players will be available. We know Jency went down. It wasn't looking good for him. And just say he very well could be done for the year, So, but I'm sure the coaches will let everybody know when the time is right. I think he did have MRI today. Yeah, you made that same mistake today, though. But again,
I laugh
just for future references, we're in kind of a tight spot when it comes to updating the fans and those that support this channel on injuries. We really try not to give out that type of information because we don't want to be inaccurate. We really just try to wait on the team to let that out, and then when they let that out, we'll speak on it. So, great question, Simply Beautiful. It's all good. That's the best we got. I think I didn't know that Hazel went down. I'm sorry. I must have missed it. I thought he was good. He looked like he was good. We know Jensen went down. Jensen got rolled, man. I went back and watched that play. Man, bro, I hate that's the thing you hate when you're blocking. You're going down the field blocking, and here comes somebody miss a tackle and they roll and boom right into his leg, and it didn't look good from the jump. Yeah, it was just a quick jar. So I think it's fair. I think it's safe to say, man, we may not see Jensen. Oh, you said you remember the play where Hazel went down? Oh, wow. I didn't know he went down. I'm sorry, I missed that, and I was right there as well. I totally missed it. He came. Okay, he did come back. He's fine. He said, he said he's still alive. Jesse, hey man, one thing I love about Jesse Riley, man. Jesse got one of his personalities.
Yeah.
Man got $1 million personality, man. And I tell you, he gonna be great no matter what he do. He definitely got a career in TV, some form of TV, because his personality is too much to be bottled up, man. So it definitely wasn't a high ankle sprain. I can tell you that much. It's worse than that. So we'll just leave that alone, and we'll get an update. We'll give an update whenever it's given. So we'll jump right into the rest of the preliminaries real quick. We speaking of the soccer team, y'all, we had O'Dub today that just got released not too long ago. The Jack State Tigers finished a Alabama efficiency. You know, they beat Alabama A&M 2-1. We talked about women's volleyball. Y'all check this out, man. What's today? Today the 9th?
Yep.
This is impressive, man. This is a clean sweep. So they played yesterday in Pine Bluff. All three of them was at Pine Bluff. So they beat Alcorn clean sweep. Then they turned around and beat UAPB clean sweep yesterday. And then today, they beat Grambling in a clean sweep. They didn't lose a set. Hey, that's why I was like, we gotta talk about this, man.
Hey, man.
Shout out to the ladies, the volleyball ladies, man. This is just absolutely superb. So when we go back to that schedule and we show the volleyball team got the volleyball team. Hey, man, what's up, Josh? What's happening, bro? Hey, man, y'all playing some darn good ball, man, over there too, man. Shout out to you guys, bro.
That's a sturdy broom we got right there, man.
Huh?
That's a sturdy broom we got out there.
Oh, man, that's a clean sweep, man. Shout out to the ladies, man, the volleyball girls, man, and the volleyball women. Let me say that. And went out there and did their thing over in Pine Bluff. Hey, look, we looking forward to going to Pine Bluff this month. We're going to go over there and try to do the same thing from a football standpoint. But nevertheless, man, that's a great point. Said FAMU, Bama State, JSU have been the top volleyball teams in the SWAC. It's all good, man. We definitely appreciate
what up, Jiggy Josh?
Yeah, man. Good deal over there. We're going to talk about football, the majority of the night, the game. We won 45-30. Tale of two halves. I think we can talk about it. We'll get into a little bit of when we go a little further. But I want to show some love to the media team, man, and the stellar work that they did with man, look at these photos, man.
Hey, man.
That's a shirt right there. Somebody print this up and put it on a shirt. Look at what old boy look like he in pain over there, man.
Hey, man, what Dre said about the photo? Good dog. Roll over, dog. Good dog.
Listen, dog, if I'm Savvy McGee, bro, I'm getting this framed. Do you hear me? Dog, even the way he's holding the football with the JSU block.
Look at the block of the JSU is perfect place.
It's hard, man. This is hard. Shout out to Austin and his team, man, for the photos. This is on the school page right now. Mr. Mulligan. Give Mr. Mulligan. Oh. Shout out to Herb Mulligan, another big game. Did score a touchdown, but Hey, you know, Jacoby and Morgan took one of your touchdowns too, Irv. So you got to get with him on that. You know, shout out to Morgan, man. Got in the game, did his thing. Another 119 exit, young fella representing Canton, Mississippi. But anyway, these pictures are hard, man. A couple photos from the Gulf Coast Challenge. I love the photos, man. Hey, Fabian McCray got his first touchdown. Also on Saturday.
He just cropped me out too.
Huh?
He just cropped me out of that photo.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I can show a photo where on the page. I was standing right there in the touchdown. Hey, what's crazy? I got to show y'all this. I got to put this photo up now because just so y'all know, I did talk to Brother Craig of Jersey Wave because everybody and their mom and their sister was asking about the jersey I had on. I had on the TC Taylor custom jersey on let me remove this thing.
I can. Ken, before we dive deeper into that, man, you want me to talk about the fundraiser before the Alcorn game?
Nope, not yet.
Okay,
not yet. Not yet. I'll mention that when we get to it. Not tonight. Yeah, we'll get there. Hold on. Damn it. See, I backed out the thing by mistake. Anyway, dope photo, man. Shout out to Fabian. Caught his first touchdown. It was a beautiful ball by Jason. I just got to upload this photo real quick, y'all. Give me 1 second. I was laughing my butt off because I'm like, I was all in the camera, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't trying to be. We was just having a good time on the sideline. There you go. Think I was over the line too, man. So that jersey right there, guys, it's a TC Taylor jersey that was actually made by Craig, man. Jashale, I'm getting one for Jashale, and even the young man that was on the support staff, he wanted one as well. So, hey, listen, man, a lot of people asked about the jersey. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go and go to. Let me see where you at? Did I still got his card up there? There we go. Let's put that up there real quick. Shout out to Craig, man. Hit him up tonight. 769-231-5121. If you do want a custom jersey, if you haven't already bought one, that jersey is available. He will make that for you. You can email him, thejerseywave@yahoo.com. Also on IG _thejerseywave_ and on Facebook at Craig Thomas. So that's my plug.
Let's get the W.
But we got the dub, man. So let's talk about it. Hold on. Let me see what else we got on this thing before we move on. I'll get on through that. Ain't worried about that. Oh, yeah, we got homecoming. All right, so let's get back to the game real quick. Let's talk about the game. Who will go first, man?
I mean, I was gonna say, yeah, I think it's easy to say it was a tale of two halves, but
it was
honestly to me, the game was a tale from a JSU standpoint. The game was one thing and one thing only. When we talk about tale of two halves, first half we tackled well, second half we didn't.
You know, Wizzo? I know the referee stayed at the same hotel we stayed at. And we got a certain referee. Shout out to you, bro. I'm sorry, but I got to do this. Y'all were absolutely horrible on Saturday.
Horrible is too nice of a word.
Listen, man, the referees, this is the second game. Well, arguably the third game. Can the referees stop freaking giving the other teams extra timeouts? It's unbelievable to me that once again that professionals get paid to do a job. They gave these folks. If y'all don't believe it, go watch the last possession of the game. The Alabama A&M had the ball, and then we get the ball after we stop them, and we go under center to literally run the clock out, and they let these folks call another timeout, and then said they had another timeout. The score clock. You see what I'm saying? Show 0 timeouts, and our coaches coached according to the strategy. And I told him, I said, I ain't gonna say what I said to him, but he said, "You're right." You said you're right. How is that possible, man? That in a college football game,
Twice in one
the
season
referee is so bad that you guys give the opposing team extra timeouts, man.
twice in one season.
This is it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Matter of fact, I got a picture that was called an incompletion. It didn't matter. It was so many things. How y'all gonna let players get into a sparring match on the field and you proceed to try to break them up because you don't want to throw a flag because you knew it was going to be disadvantage to the opposing team? It's unbelievable to me. You would rather break up the fight than to throw a damn flag. Oh, yeah, Kobe Paul did catch the ball, by the way. That was a completed catch. Matter of fact, you know what?
It wasn't even close.
Shout out to Kobe Paul. You know what, man? Shout out to Kobe Paul. Kobe Paul got the evidence. I'm gonna post the evidence. I screenshotted it too. He posted it on his page. Hold on just a second. Let's put this up here real quick. This is what the referee said was an incomplete pass. I'm actually glad they got it on there. Let me move that comment. What y'all see?
It wasn't
Like
close.
me.
It wasn't close.
Man, whole foot, and his whole foot was inbound. They just ran over there. Michelle just run over there, and I don't know what they reviewing. I don't have a clue what are y'all reviewing? Because it's almost like.
But here's the thing. Let me just say, here's the thing about reviews, right? Because I'm not even saying this from a JSU angle. I swear to God. But here's the issue that I have. Because you do know whenever they review, that's not even coming from the crew. That's coming from a remote place, right? But there's no consistency from even that guy. You were quick to want to review the interception from Kedrian, right. But then this play here, it had way more clear-cut evidence of what the end of the play was. And there was, it's like you didn't even want to challenge that. You just automatically go on the field incomplete. And look at the timing of when that play happened. Kedrian's play was literally the third play of the game. Think about that. Third play of the game, you got the interception.
Exactly, bro. How the hell does a coach push one of our players, bro, and we get a double penalty?
Offsetting, yeah.
Huh?
Offsetting. Yeah, offsetting.
You get offsetting penalties, bro. It was the worst that I've ever seen. I told him, I said, you guys are terrible, man. Y'all terrible.
I mean, it was to the point to where Coach Minor got in the guy's face and chewed him out because he knew what he did was illegal. Matter of fact, he's supposed to be kicked out the game on the sideline.
Actually, they did say some things. They did. You didn't see TC Taylor losing his mind on the sideline? And the referees will run over there and try to calm him down. I mean, he lost his mind about the extra timeout.
But definitely, yeah.
You can't swing on the referee and throw your handset at him. I probably would have. That's why I ain't a coach.
Ken, but he lost his mind on the last time they did. That was the longest game ever.
Now, I don't know about
stuff too. The play you're talking about, TD. There's two different things. When it was the double thing, that's when Hayden got pushed out of bounds on their sideline. When Maynard went crazy, that was what he says, because he says was behind Maynard. It's like almost like listen to the coach, and the player came and pushed. He pushed at Isaias, and Isaias failed, and Maynard lost it. You know what I'm saying? Because he thought the players shouldn't, get a flag. Well, he did end up getting a flag, but no, the play we're talking about is Hayden. When Hayden was on the sideline, that was the
Hayden threw the ball at the dude. And no, he didn't get it mixed up. No, he didn't get it mixed up. That's two different plays, though. Maynard did chew. Maynard chewed that damn coach out. He chewed him out. But the problem was that what happened was when the damn coach pushed Hayden threw the ball at him. So it's like you get me for a grown man push me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, this game was on Maynard because Maynard was cutting up at the pregame. I mean, at the luncheon. Yeah, we heard about all of it. He was cutting up. A whole lot of talk. That's why Isaiah kept saying all that yapping. Cutting up. You call Coach, what do you call him? Coach, he called him something, Thompson or something. He miscalling Coach Taylor's name. All that. I get it. The gamesmanship. We know he's comical. He tried to be funny and all that good old stuff. I didn't want them to score what they did. I really didn't. I really wanted to embarrass them. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Jen, but that's just what it is. It's business now. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to whoop them to sleep. I really wanted 50. I really did. We should have had 50 points, and they should. No way they had 30. But I will. TC Carter. That's what he was saying. That's damn disrespectful. And it's on purpose. Like, so we're gonna call you. Cornell Mayonnaise.
What?
Call him Cornell Minaj. Whatever. I'm just saying.
You said whoop him to sleep. You had me at whoop. You said you wanted to whoop him to sleep.
And listen, what we say, Zoe, I got to give my brother Zoe some credit, because Zoe said, look, he wasn't worried about the quarterback that was on the field. What he said was, look, the quarterback that he was worried about was number 16. We got the first one out quick. He was still playing for Jackson State when he got in the game.
I mean, we can't even with the players, you know. They did make a lot of gestures and a lot of extra stuff on the field. They might want to be a little more sportsmanship and be careful about, so they won't get flags on the play. You know, so you know, you still want to get up, you know, and not just hover over the player and, you know, make gestures and stuff like that, and not do too much of that, Ken. I mean, you know, you want to.
I mean,
the thing about that, that's easy to say when again.
Here's what I say though, TD.
We're talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what I say to that, because I'm gonna be real with you. As a player, I ain't trying to hit none of that. I get you. I was the enforcer on my team, so I totally get it. I get what you're saying. You got to be disciplined, but we didn't get no penalty because of that. Hell, the coach pushed the player, and the player. Actually, we haven't really been penalized as that much. I think we only had one penalty in the first half. Coach Taylor talked about that in the press conference. Second half, didn't look so good. You know what I'm saying? We had more penalties.
At 9.
Holding. You know what I'm saying? So, but to your point, players are competitors, man. You sitting there and disrespect the coach that recruited you to come, and it's like, who the hell is this dude, man? You see what I'm saying? Folks was like, man, I had enough of this stuff. You know what I mean? So they were ready to get out of there. They were like, man, we're going to whoop the crap out of these dudes, man, just because their coach got to talking. And that's the same thing, TD, when we talked about our previous coach, how folks wanted to whoop us because of stuff that he would say. It's all gamesmanship. It is what it is. But at the same time, the players are like, no, bro, I'm sitting in here, and shout out to you, say I'm like, bro, y'all ain't going to sit in here and disrespect us like this. We're gonna whoop y'all tomorrow. So it looked like they came out there extra motivated, because we jumped on them fast, 21-0, had to get his control up. But I will say this, though. Xavier Langford is a solid player, man. He got in the game and stabilized the game for them, and we always knew he was a problem because of his feet. You know what I mean? And when you plan and prepare for a particular quarterback and they make a change, it kind of throw you off a little bit. But we didn't. We kind of, I ain't gonna say we let our foot up off the gas. Our offense kind of stalled a little bit, and then we found our groove again. Shout out to Jason Brown. You know, folks always want to be critical of him, but shout out to him when he, you know what I'm saying, got things rolling again. You know what I'm saying? Through 3 touchdowns? You see what I'm saying? We because you look at his numbers, 14 for 26? But if you look at the first quarter, I want to say he was like 1 for 5. And that was like that one little almost screen pass to Rico. So you got 4 incompletions on the first drive. You only had 12 incompletions. Couple of overthrows here and there, but for the most part, 200 yards on 14 receptions, 3 touchdowns. Hey, man, I like what he did. I was TD. We talked about this at halftime. We saw a lot of things that we wanted to see. We roll in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? We blitzed. the DBs were playing press, man. We was in football heaven because we was thank you, coach. Appreciate you.
Well, we kind of let them off the gas a little on
we
that.
did. We did. But I'll say this. I'm gonna go ahead and say this and get this out the way. The star of the game. Let me make sure I get on the camera a little closer when I see this. Mr. Dylan Wassum. Welcome to Tiger Nation, baby. We got ourselves a kicker, y'all. Boy, we got ourselves a kicker, Rochelle. We got ourselves a kicker. Do you hear me?
Listen, but I also can say this, though. We said it. That bye made a difference.
Oh, that bye made a difference.
Oh, my.
We felt refreshed. We were warm.
Yeah, you can really tell.
I walked up to him. I saw last name. I said, man, I strict one to say, what's that?
Hey, Mr. Wassum had a perfect game. He had a perfect game.
You found something, dog.
Listen,
he made every extra point. He made a field goal that me and Zoe had to go stand on the thing to see. We wanted to see it go through. It's good. He got out there and punted that thing. You see what I'm saying? No, we expect Matt to be playing. It's Watson.
Well, you know me, Romans 8:28, for we know that all things work together for the good. You don't know what you got until you need it. And we had it. I'm old school, and this is saying that everything is in the house, and that kicker was in the house.
Hold on. Let me say this. Here's the best thing about him, though. Here's the thing that can't go unnoticed. You haven't seen the best version of him yet, because remember, this guy was just a student at JSU.
But I want to talk about why he was just a student, because I talked to him on the sideline, and I had an extensive conversation. Now we will get him on Tiger Talk. This was funny though. He said, "What's Tiger Talk?" and Avery was like, "Yeah, man, they gotta get you on, man." And he was like, "Yeah, it's a podcast. We'll get you on." I said, "Man, everybody got to hear your story." So he was kicking at Germantown. He went JUCO, and
Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Went to Mississippi Gulf Coast, and he actually gave up football because of back issues. And he told me, he said his mom and dad, he said his parents were heartbroken because he stopped kicking. And he told me, he said, "Ken, I felt like, well, I only got one back, man, and I got my whole life to live." So he was having the issues with his back, and he didn't want to keep kicking. So he gave it up. He walked away, and he said he just enrolled as a student at Jackson State. And I was like, wow. So when the tryouts came about, he said he figured he'd try out, and he said if his back didn't give him any problems, he'd go ahead and play. And that's insane that he got in the game in Mobile, first game, had a great game. And I'm talking to him, and I'm like, so Avery was like, "Yeah, man, we got homecoming next week." I said, "Yeah, we probably gonna have about 50,000." And you should have saw the look on his face. He was like 50,000? Like, you serious? He's like, "Man, bro." He said, "Man, as if I didn't already have any pressure." I said, No pressure. I'm just telling you, it's gonna be packed. So listen, hey, it's gonna be overwhelming. But hey, listen, I was like, man, I can't wait to have you on, man, because you got a great story. This is a story that everybody needs to hear, man. And we can't wait to get him on Tiger Talk and let him come in and talk to the family, man. But that was just amazing. Shout out to the coaches for doing their due diligence, having a great tryout. And I'll leave that other stuff alone, man. I just want to say Coach T.C. Taylor has endured just about every single version of adversity that you can possibly think of in a season. And we're sitting at 4-2. And you got people that still get frustrated because we're not winning with the style points that they want to see us win with. And they're saying crazy stuff on the internet. And I was just like, I had to just tell some folks that I respect, man, stop engaging with that stuff. Leave that stuff alone. Some stuff you got to see and just move on. Don't even worry about it. Because if you acknowledge it, you're giving it legs. Just leave it alone. You can't combat everything, but and one last thing, and I shut up. And he goddamn punted that thing and gave a good boot too. So he the total package, man. Happy for the young man. Happy to see him a part of the Tiger Nation. And we still got Leilani. She's still with us and gonna stay with us the remainder of the season. And this allows her knee to continue to heal and improve and so forth and so on. So Matt will be back. Avery gets to go back to being a long snapper, which I know he loves.
And hopefully she can have it where we'll have Leilani doing extra points and we'll have Watson doing the field goals.
Go ahead, TD.
Yeah, I just about to say about Watson, man. That's like, in my opinion, that's the best I've seen on the field from all around from a kicker, period. I mean, I was highly impressed. I was very happy and pleased, and I was excited all at the same time to see, because I didn't know what to expect, and see him kick out and it was such great form. I mean, it's like he didn't miss a beat. And so he felt, he looked a part of the team. He looked like he was very comfortable with what he was doing. And again, I was highly impressed. I'm excited. I wanted to see really how far he can kick that thing, man. It looked like he has a strong leg.
Hey, he kicked that thing, got the field. You see, he kicked that thing, got the end zone. We was like, ooh.
I love it.
But TD, to kick, it's one thing to kick an extra point. And I'm not saying that like it's easy. So I ain't never kicked the extra point, but it's a little closer. But to have to be called on in the game. Think about this, y'all. The young man gave up kicking. And now he's at Jackson State in the Gulf Coast Challenge, kicking a field goal for the Jackson State Tigers, and it's good. Man,
all things work together.
That is impressive. So
that's because we are a blessed school. People don't understand that. Y'all go learn it.
Hey, this is actually true this time. I'm not gonna put that pressure on him though. But running that ball under center in the red zone, and he even did the celebration. I said,
I thought about you the whole time. I was like, okay, we're gonna put that pressure on the right, but
hey, but look, man. I said, that's how you feeling? He said, that's how I'm feeling. I said, what? He even got the swag like Newton a little bit. Now, if he start wearing the fedora with the hole in the top of it, then he went.
So Ken, one
thing you said about that,
Jackson State, is he a freshman, sophomore, the kicker? What is he?
Sophomore.
Wow.
He would have to be a sophomore on the field. Now in the classroom, you have to ask about. That's why I said that's what Tiger Talk is for. We'll get the right questions asked, and we'll even request him. We're not gonna worry about that right now, though. We gotta let him get his foot under him a little bit. He got to get this homecoming out of his system. We'll wait until a couple of weeks when he go in the Valley or the UAPB or something. We'll get a chance to sit down with him. We need to leave him alone right now because he's gonna have a whole lot of fans in the stands. He better have a whole lot of fans in the stand this week. JSU does recruit Germantown, by the way, Miracle Sports. We do. Trust me when I tell you, we do. We recruit every single high school in the greater Jackson area. Go ahead.
No, the thing that can't go unnoticed is, bear in mind, he's been on ice. He ain't been around kicking. And he did what he did, in this first game. So I'm telling you haven't seen the best version of him.
Right.
So again, you're talking about a whole other week of practice, getting his leg up under him, you know what I'm saying, and get more comfortable.
Get back in the groove of it.
Because, again, he was actually doing good numbers at Mississippi Gulf Coast. So, again, we may have, hit a gold mine with this one, seriously.
It was meant to be, bro. I said it was meant for you to be here, bro. This is how it happened.
I tell you what, he actually, just by him being there, he already made the kickoff team better. So the one complaint that we had said, special teams is bad. That one player came and just totally changed the fortunes of that. Because again, you know how one way you can alleviate bad tackling on kickoff team, get the ball in the back of the end
zone. That's true. That's true.
Man. And I had that in my notes for us to say that was my most impressive takeaway from. I mean, it was a good game played all around, but the special team was most impressive to me. I mean, the tackling, the kicking, and everything. And Ken, you joked about it, at the beginning of the show. My homeboy, Mr. Jacoby and Morgan do he does owe Irv a touchdown, man. Because I was like, when they Irv ran all the way down and then they went with a fade, I'm like, what? But then but yeah, I was like, okay, that's cool.
I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, TD. I don't know whether we want to accept it or not. We are a run first team. That's what we are, y'all. Go look at the stats. We had 400 yards of offense. We had 26 passing, TD. We had like 45 rushing. So we are on about a 55-45 split of run versus pass. And I love that because we have the best running back in the SWAC as a Jackson State Tiger. And he loves being a Jackson State Tiger, and we want him to continue to be. We know they looking. Y'all didn't want him when he was at Wofford. Soon he come running touchdown for Jackson State. Here you come lurking around the yard, and that's why we gonna guard the yard.
Ken, what I tell you after that Tiger Talk interview when you dropped it of Herb?
You said a lot.
I told that's the guy I was watching, man. I was like, it was something about that guy interview that gave me chills, man. I was like, yeah, that
guy, man. Hey, Zoe, look at Vic. He's spot on with this one too. That's a good comment. TJ, what's up, baby?
What's up, family? How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, TJ?
What's going on, TJ?
Good, man. I was really impressed with how we started the game out against A&M. Because to you all's point, everything that we had been talking about and wanting as fans, like it kind of came to fruition. Like everything in that one game, and just to see how we went out on defense, and we were just pressing the DBs, and pressing their receivers, and I was like, yeah, Quincy's about to make a mistake, and lo and behold, it came rather quickly, and it just continued to come. And so it was just nice to see, our defense just being aggressive, being sound. Then our offense able to get the ball back, and go down in the red zone and score in those crucial moments of the game. And I think it was just good to see, like Auntie Rochelle said, just coming off that bye week, you could tell just the energy from the coaches and the players. It was just different.
I agree. There you go. When he threw that fade, I was hey, we already know, Avis. Everybody know, hey, do not throw a fade in the red zone on first down. Avis gonna let you hear it. You will get a horrible coaching grade as a result of that. So for those that don't know, he give full grades on every position coach, all that, the head coach, all the way down to the GAs. Everybody get a grade. But they do. Sir Retro, you up next, and then we get Dr. Ali in this thing. What's up, brother?
Yeah, y'all can hear me.
Yes, sir. What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Margo from the Jack, Sir Retro in the chat. Mr. By 40 himself up in this thing, man. What going on, y'all?
What's up, Sir Retro?
Hey, look. Okay, so first and foremost, the aggression of the DBs, I love it, bro.
Yep.
Absolutely love it.
They love it too.
Yeah, man. Touch them foes, man. Don't let them get no runners. Hey, look. But moving forward, this is something that I've been seeing, really for like the past 3 games, and I hope JB. I'm a real big believer in JB, man. I don't care what nobody talking about, bro.
Right.
When he do that read option, one thing that I've noticed, like I say, for the past couple of games is the defense be so keyed in on Irv.
Yep. He can keep that ball.
If he bend that corner, he can get at least at the minimum 5 to 7 yards. Cause they ain't really expect. I mean, he took off and what got like 15 on a key third down.
Hey, that was actually a play when he handed it off, and I was standing right there, and Coach Billerman told him that. He was like, if you pull it and go, you got the whole side, you know what I mean? So to your point, you're right. Go ahead.
But yeah, like I say, and really, aside from that, man, just keep the foot on the gas, man. Keep attacking. Like that first half, man. That's how the defense sets the tone, and the offense. The defense put the offense in a position to capitalize on the other team's mistakes.
That is a fact.
And you gonna win not at least 99%. I said 99. 99% of your ball games in extreme fashion. Just that way. I think you said this prior, or probably a couple months ago. Zoe, you said this. Ken, you said this. Is we as the fans have to adjust our appetite to how we see in these games.
That's fact.
Okay. And this not a takeaway from our QB room, but in terms of the evolution of the program, you don't necessarily need a world beater of a QB. You need somebody that's gonna get in there, get the job done, not turn the ball over, and ensure that you stay in position to win the games.
Right.
And that's why you recruit around him. You put the talent around him where he can make those plays and they can do what they need to do, i.e. Irv Mulligan, Rico Powers. We seen it with Fabo. He handled big and he caught that big touchdown pass. etc.
Evan McGee had two of
Seven
them.
McGee had two of them. You see what I'm saying? You just need your QB to not turn the ball over and put it in the right spots and let your playmakers make plays. Let them do what they do. You see? So, aside from that, great win. Like I say, keep your foot on the gas, man. And on and upward, man. Go Tigers.
Hey,
I
I
still
want
end up
to add
thinking,
on to what I want to speak on was one thing you said Retro said about the corner pressing and how you saw different energy, with those guys. So even with that tackle that that Jalen made. With that being said, I think that also in my eyes was Isaiah's best game. The boy balled out. I mean, and that's because he was able to do what he needed to do rather than hover around the line of scrimmage. So I think that was his best game, and that was due to the change in the style of the play that the DBs was playing.
I agree with that. Two things. JB do need to learn how to slide.
But remember, Coach asked him that. He said he didn't know how. They actually interviewed when they were.
I was like, you know what? Old school style. I'm gonna send him over there with Coach Omar for a day and let him run from third base to home, and he can slide in home. But I know he did have an injury in the past in his knee, so sometimes that you kind of think about that type of stuff. You tend to lead with your head and not your legs because you don't want to go down that road with injuries and stuff like that. So it's a funny thing, but as long as he get that first down, I love it, man. When JB running that thing, usually he can get the first down, man. So go ahead, Dr. Ali. We'll let you get your comment in before Zoe fall asleep on us.
Wake up, Zoe.
I'm good.
Hey, man. Good game, especially that first half, man. This is what I was talking about last week, setting that tone. Was that Jalen that came and laid that wood on like the first?
Was.
Man, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. It was the tone setter. Man, and they played so well. Is it me? Or is it they played so when the backup quarterback, they played soft, man. They played like 10 yards off. They were eating us. You were picking us apart underneath. And I was like, man, they were locking them dudes down in man coverage, bro. I'm talking about lock and key. And key. I'm trying to figure out why you would go away from that.
Well, the problem is that Quincy can beat you more with his arm than his leg. Xavier Langford can beat you more with his legs than his arm. But he made some good throws though. So
yeah,
I think we might have to your point, we could have just probably stayed pat and then we would have still been fine. But he was throwing that thing. But he's just a baller, man. I like that kid.
I still think, as much as we want to harp on JB, I'm not gonna say that people's thoughts aren't unwarranted. At the end of the day, man, we went to the halftime 35-7.
Yeah, man. The offense wasn't the problem, period.
The point I'm getting at, the thing is, it seems to be highlighted more because of what the score got to. So the point I'm saying is, we tackled amazing in the first half. Second half, we tackled atrociously.
That's correct.
Horrible on tackling.
Facts.
Because that was the game changer in this game. If we tackle well, man, it's literally 42-7 or 49-7. Or 56-7. You see what I'm saying? So it totally changes the dynamic of the game. We don't tackle well, it gets them in the game. And see, by them getting the game, then it's like, oh, well, we just didn't have enough time. You see what I'm saying?
Hope. Give them hope.
Or hey, to have, they got out early and we fought back in the game. I was like, and they did fight. I'm gonna give them credit because Langford is a dog. But the thing is, as much of a dog as he is, if we tackle well, he's a pound puppy. You see what I'm saying?
Man, I told y'all last week Quincy is our best player. Quincy, he get a little bit of pressure. That man panic. I was so happy. I was like, man, I wanted to keep me about 2 more series, man. That's good. Just two more series.
If that was the case, it would have looked like that Texas State score. He already knew what time to do, man. But you know what? No, I'll say this. I'll say, speaking of the Quincy game, Quincy gave Keydre and Callaghan his first career college interception, man. I
appreciate it, Quincy.
Our defense did a great job. TJ,
I don't know where y'all get this E6 from. This Book of Eli over here.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening, TJ?
Book of Isaias.
Go ahead, TJ.
What's going on, Tiger family?
So,
What's going
TJ?
on? Man, just chilling, man. Just chilling. Man, I got some, man, look, I'm gonna say it like this. I got some good points and I got some bad points.
Okay.
Shoot.
Good points that I seen, he ran the ball well. Jason was comfortable, when he rolled out. I think I think we all gotta understand, like, to me, that's his best sprint. When he roll out,
Yep.
that's his best sprint, man. Like we don't stop our offenses just like high octane when he in his groove. But this the only takeaway that I got that it baffled me. Like, okay, once we started running the inside zone and we just kept doing it, I'm like, why can't we just be creative, man?
That's
Like,
fair.
like explain it to me, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, they can't stop us, but it's like they getting out, like we making their defense like, okay, we trying to make them to 1 minute because all we doing is inside zone. Like, put them on the outside, man. Let them use the speed.
It seemed like, to your point, TJ, that we saw that, and finally, that's when we started rolling the pocket again. We got the ball in the hands of 7 creatively. I know exactly what you're talking about, because that was when the offense just stalled and the game started getting closer and closer. And then when you get into that 14 and then they got the ball, I'm saying to myself, damn, if they score, man, we down by 7. We only up 7. And then you feel the momentum kind of change a little bit. Our center did go down, you know what I mean? And
I was asking by Avis about the snaps. They don't know the center actually went down.
Center went down. I think he was kind of he dealing with slightly like a concussion somewhat. So they had to move Kurt forward to center, which is adult dating. Let me zap this real quick. Sorry about that. Got the porn hub in this thing tonight. But nevertheless, no, but it was that was the other thing. Kurt not really a center. He's a guard, and he does well at guard, man. But I know exactly what you're talking about. I think finally, man, we got creative and it was almost a little too late because we let the game kind of get a little bit closer on offense. We had a couple of 3 and 4 play outs. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't even blame it on that though, Ken. I ain't mean to cut you off. I don't even blame it on that. This is what I was just saying here. Like, I'm like, okay, they're just like these touchdowns. Like, I had a guy that texted me, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter. He was talking. And I'm like, bro, if you just go back and just watch the game on them touchdowns that Alabama and them scored with the quarterback, I'm like, bro, y'all was clear as they holding. They just wasn't calling.
Yep.
Y'all only got points from them not calling, you know what I'm saying? And it's just what I was like, man.
Hey, hey, TJ, I'm gonna say this, man. And Ken was giving Langford props. I'm gonna give him props too. That boy stood in that pocket even on our blitz, and he delivered that thing. The boy, Langford, young man, he balled out. He had a good game. He came in and did what he had to do. I'm gonna take a step a little bit to the left. With JB, I think he had a solid game. However, I want to see more because I know there's more in the tank that he can produce. There were some plays that he left on the field. I mean, which are always probably going to happen just as sure as you play the game. I like, we talked about the rollout Ken. We talked about him moving the pocket on them and stuff like that, and him being able to get downfield. The boy had some great throws. He put the ball on the money, especially with McCray. That throw he did to 7 was, you couldn't have dropped it in there no better.
He don't stand in the pocket too long. Sorry, TD.
Right.
He tried to maneuver up through the pocket. So if the pocket collapses, then it falls on. He don't stand in the pocket too long. Now, if he miss a receiver, you don't see him, then that might be what they're talking about. So I guess if that's the case, then we're saying 2 different things, but the same thing. Go ahead, TD. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, man, you good. I mean, that's all what I'm saying. And basically what I'm saying, you know, I'll put a little more challenge on JB. I know his dad probably would too, man. But again, not taking away, he had a solid game. He played good, no doubt, no doubt. But I know he got more in the tank. I believe he has more in the tank. And another thing I noticed that even when we were, you know, moving the ball pretty well, certain plays in certain positions and stuff, you started moving players around. That was some, you know, I saw some of the stalling too, and you know, I don't think we had perfected what we was doing well enough, you know, for the subs. I mean, the kind of way things went. I know it's with the defense as well. They started two different, you know, they had a different starting defensive line. They even with edge rushers, they didn't start the same edge rushers that they've been starting. And then I noticed on another series they flipped. I think it was Webb and Door. They flipped one minute they was on, Webb was on the left side, and then he came to the right. So it was a lot of that stuff going on. It made that defense even solid. Now it was some creativity there on both ends. However, you know, some of it was changed, you know, which probably allowed them to get back in the game a little more too. Not taking anything from Langford because he was doing his thing as well. But
I think the thing that we see with Jason sometimes that I think people are getting probably not. Sometimes Shador used to do this. Instead of looking for the deep route, take the underneath.
Man,
sometimes, you know, and that I think that happens to every quarterback. You got a star receiver not really getting a lot of stats, and whether we want to acknowledge it or not, I'm not saying this is what he's doing. I just think, just from the psychological aspect of it, you know what I mean? You kind of always, if you look at it's still, even in the pros, man, you saw what just happened with Jamar Chase. You're like, I'm always open. And he got Joe Burrow, you know what I'm saying, just got the highest paid contract in the NFL.
Had a big game yesterday.
He had a huge game yesterday. 15 catches, 3 touchdowns, 200, 300 yards, something like that. My point is, sometimes you're going to look for your guy. You're going to look for the guy that you got the most chemistry with. You're going to look for that type of stuff. I just think that sometimes we got to just let the game play out, and we got to, if we're going to be critical of the few plays that we see that don't go the way we want to go, we got to be just as, you know what I'm saying, congratulatory of the plays that do go well. I like the adjustments. Everybody have a low. They had a couple of moments where they do have a pretty formidable defensive line. So shout out to the dadgum offensive line. We talk about all these other players, but the offensive line did their thing, man. We had over 200 yards rushing. Earl Muller had another 100-yard game. He didn't score. Miles Miller ran through. I could have drove my car through the
yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So we always like to pinpoint the little stuff. We want style points when it comes to winning, but at the end of the day, it's about winning the game. One thing that neither one of us have said, and we've been on the screen an hour, 40 minutes, is, hell, we finally won 2 games back to back. So when you got a team with this type of talent, I did think about this when I was going home. I was like, man, you got a first-time coach, first-time head offense coordinator, first-time defensive coordinator. You got a staff that's first time working together as a unit. You got a completely different roster, different chemistry, different style of play, different everything. You have to learn how to win. You have to learn how to win together. You got to learn how to overcome adversity. In the end, 6 games into the season, if we would have said, look, man, we're going to be 4-2, playing against Alabama State, who ain't playing really good football. I don't know if y'all looked at it, but the 2 worst teams in the conference is coming up on our schedule. Alabama, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Mississippi Valley. And I'm telling you right now, you can book it. We're going to be 6-2. And we're going to whoop Alabama State this weekend. Even though they got a good D-line, they got a putrid offense. It is what it is. So my point is, you take what you can get, and you see the first half, you see how we look. Again, a part of learning how to win is learning how to keep your composure and not let your foot out the gas, not get too complacent. And I feel like in the third quarter, they come out with knowing that we gotta make something happen in order to win. We kind of come out and just, you know, stall a few times, and then finally we got it back together, and that's what I think we saw again. So overall, great win, and I think it really set up what we say. the vibe and the energy feels different this week. I think we all can agree to that. Versus last week when we won against Bethune 2 weeks ago, we won against Bethune-Cookman, and it felt like a damn loss. We was all frustrated. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you come up you put up 45. Is that the most points we scored all season?
Yeah, it is.
I think we just, to me, we back to Zoe point. Maybe it's Zoe simplified it. We ain't tackling well. We talk about Jason, but man, they scored 45 points, bro. You supposed to win every game. You scored 45. How much more you expect the offense to do? God dang. 45 points. I don't care if we ran for all 45 of them. We still gonna talk about the quarter. The reason why I think we and I'm talking about necessarily we on the screen. I'm talking about we as football fans. Quarterback is easier to dissect because he's always on the screen. It's harder to talk about the defense because you maybe don't understand it. But bro, 45 points. You supposed to win every game. You score 45 points. That's supposed to be hell 30, 35. That's all you should expect from an offense. Being real, keeping it real. If they scored 35 points, that's supposed to be a W.
Here's the thing about Jason Brown, though. I would tell everybody in the game Saturday, you actually saw good Jason Brown and bad Jason Brown. But one thing that actually stood out that he showed in that game on Saturday is, I really think you get bad Jason Brown. Like the one thing stands true to any quarterback: you get pressure to them and get them off their spot, they're not going to be as good. And you really see that with Jason Brown. In this game, again, when he got off his spot, you saw bad Jason Brown because you saw inaccuracy. But guess what? Man, Jason, I put him probably the best in the coverage. If he got time and can actually set his feet, when he's confident in his throw, it's not a better throw of the ball in the conference. When he's confident in his throw and he got time, but the problem is, as we all know, some things you're gonna be off base, you're gonna be off balance, you're gonna have pressure, and so that's when your completion percentage is gonna go down.
They blitzed him more the second half too.
Because you're gonna have to do some things off scripted. But again, that's when we come out when it's like, okay, how can we assist him in that regard? So hey, that's what we talk about. We'll say, you know what? Hey, he's on his best on the move. Let's get some rollouts going on here. Let's get some thing with let's get more 3 progression routes for him, you know what I'm saying, on the move. Because again, man, when he set his feet, that was a beautiful ball to Fabo. You talking about a beautiful play design on the second touchdown going to 7. And again, man, we talking about 3 touchdowns. He had let's see, but even in that same game, if you add literally, let's just say 4 more completions, look at his stat line. Look what it changed.
Well, he also had 2 drops. Game Fabo dropped one that could have led to interception. But speaking of that, he did not turn the ball over.
How many turnovers did we have?
0 this game.
Let me camera back.
Go ahead.
This retro. Let me camera back. Let me camera back on Liddell. Now you absolutely right with the 45. You're gonna beat anybody or most people, with that 45. But I think what a lot of people are seeing as well is when that thing is really clicking for all 4 quarters, that 45 can easily turn to 62.
But you know what, though? Let me say this about that, Retro. We only had one game in 2 years under our previous coach where we put up 60, and that was against Alabama A&M.
Hello.
So that's
Southern last year, SWAC championship.
But no, I'm just talking about the potential. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about what we see as the potential of that offense. Like that offense can really move.
Now my point is to get to 60 is kind of rare. You can do it. I was wrong. Grambling we did get. Did I miss somebody else? Who else did we put up 60?
Did we put up 60 Southern in the SWAC championship game?
No, we only had 45 against Southern SWAC championship.
Okay, so it was 2 of them. So we did once. We did it once in 21 and once in 22. So I mean, it's kind of tough. I think the 45. But what we did do, and I'll let you go next, Michelle. We did average 40 and only gave up 13 to 14. So that was kind of the difference on the Dennis Thurman. But I'll pause right there. Rochelle, what you got, baby?
What I mean, I'm not like hard because I guess I'm not a hard Jackson State. Where I look at that is that I was looking at it, I was like, man, we scored 45 points. and y'all still fussing. Like, damn, this is me talking to myself out loud, going,
Same thing I'm saying, Rochelle.
no interceptions, but y'all still, y'all like we hard fans. None of y'all, some of y'all crazy as hell. And some of y'all living y'all life through this team. I'm not scared of none of y'all men up in here. I'm going to be that voice. Y'all trying to get some flashback from some shit you didn't do in your college days, and you blaming these kids for shit you did not do. Now, I'm going to speak for this because I listen, and I'm going on the therapy now because I'm like, some of y'all, hold on for a minute. I'm like, some of y'all in here, y'all were probably them daddies at them damn AAU football teams that's fighting and shit. Excuse me, that's fighting and acting a plum fool at your kids' football game over an AAU peewee. I just need some of y'all to breathe and give these boys credit. I'm still saying I'm looking at common sense is that this is TC first game. None of these players really know each other. None of these coaches. And this would be different, kid, if we was on year 2 or year 3. I would give y'all the right to fuss. We at game 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. And y'all want perfection. I'm confused. Okay, I ain't scared of none of y'all men. If you want to see me when I come to Jackson State, see me. But some of y'all need some counseling up in here.
Hey, we want to see you in that outfit you had on that slow walk.
I was in my feelings when I saw y'all grown. Hold on, it's my turn to talk. I listen to y'all men. I'm the woman up here. Now, I done got confused when we on live TV and y'all booing the boys. And people hear you on ESPN, but you love Jackson State. But people going, wait a minute, they booing their own team. We don't do that. I'm sorry, y'all men who so hard and so, now y'all need to quit playing with me. Y'all taking it extra. 45 points, no interceptions, no nothing. I'm coming for y'all head because y'all need to come talk to me because it's something a little bit deeper than just these kids and these coaches because y'all talking about fire people. What y'all talking about fire?
Rochelle, you should have changed that paint a long time ago, baby.
I'm sorry. I just had to say what I had to say.
You know what, Rochelle? I'm so glad you said it and I didn't have to because I'm always yapping. Maybe it sound a lot better. It sound good when you said it. Now I know some folk may not like the delivery, and I don't give a damn. But I appreciate what you had to say, and you're right. Because I've learned to just shut up sometimes. I just start blocking people when I see stupid stuff now. I don't even entertain it no more. But you're right. You're right.
Like I agree with everything that Miss Rochelle said. I mean, you know, like people are just, in my opinion, too critical of Coach TC. And I mean, we've had coaches that, you know, were considered to be one of the best recruiters in the state and couldn't do half of what, you know, Coach TC has been able to do. I mean, like he's had one of the toughest, introductions as a head coach. I mean, 4 straight road games against quality opponents, you know, just to have to come in and basically replace players on the program, you know, hire new staff. I mean, like to be going into homecoming at 4-2 with, you know, a potential outside chance to, you know, represent the East in the SWAC championship game. I mean, because anything can happen, you know. I mean, like we need to just be appreciative to have the quality of a team and like have players across the board. Like we don't just have 1 or 2 people that can actually, you know, make something happen in the game. I mean, it's across the board. Even the play Jason made on that throw to Duke Miller to get that first down, like that was an amazing
great catch.
It was everything about that was just amazing. And I mean, like I witnessed Jason just be able to like settle himself down. It wasn't like a coach had to like, you know, kind of settle him down throughout the course of the game. Like, yeah, he came out, you know, he was a little flustered or whatever. He may not have, you know, started the game the way he wanted to or the way the coaches wanted him to. I mean, but if you look at what he did once he was able to settle down, like it was very impressive. Like, I mean, so I'm one, I mean, if you know football, you know, naturally you want certain things to happen, but when you're realistic, it's like, what else could you have expected for us to do in that game? And I mean, hey, we tackle better to your point, so like A&M wouldn't even been close in what their score was.
I'm glad you said this, Mr. Infinity. It's a great point. But you know what makes that ring hollow sometimes is because that seems to be sometimes the only thing we harp on. That's all we can see. That's all we can hear. And you know what? We have a history of destroying and I would say we have a history of pouring venom into our own program. The track record is there. We fired Coach Hughes after 3 7-4 seasons. We wanted W.C. Gordon out of there. We ran Comedy off, and every coach that we hired had a failing. None of them had a winning season. Not a one of them. So TC can do something that only Coach Prime has done since 2013, and that is have a winning season and not be named Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? So the point that I'm making is that yes, this is always the loophole that we have to complain. And it's nothing wrong with it's nothing wrong. And here's the thing: we're all saying what we see. Like, hey, yeah, we could have done that, but the objective. Do we need to play the Herm Edwards clip? You play to win the game. Hello, we want style points. We want to win how we want us to win. We want us to look how we want us to look. And this is what I said. I was talking to A.D. Robinson or somebody on the side. I was like, look, the thing I have to ask myself is my criticism based off of what I want to see? Not what works and what didn't work or what was effective or not. You know, we can see football. We understand that. And I don't think none of these players or coaches want to win more than we don't want them. We don't want to win more than they do. They the ones putting in the work every day. So, like I said, at the end of the day, Michelle made a great point. I don't get the booing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my support regardless. And we should do it. And then we can talk football. Football is football talk. You know what I'm saying? But we know when it's not football talk and it's just straight.
It's ignorance. That's really what it is. It's ignorance.
I won't even go that further. You're right, TJ.
Well, you know, and to come back on what you saying, Ken and Rochelle. First off, I want to say, for me personally, if I came off that way, I do want to apologize.
No, she wasn't talking about you.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I was just about to say because you know I'm
being said in the chat. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna follow that up with and I may be scarred from it, because me personally didn't had coaches where like even when we winning, it's still push and push and push and push and get better. You see, and that's kind of been instilled within me personally, you know. And so it's not necessarily an attack on anybody. It's more so no different than when you in the weight room and you chasing gains.
Facts.
Okay, I maxed out at 225 today, but I still my strength and conditioning coach is telling me that you can get one more.
Oh, no doubt.
You know.
That right there is what we've been doing the whole night. But I think what kind of got her was something that's being said when and every little bit. That's why I try to just pay attention to the screen and who's on the panel, and not so much as the chat sometimes, because sometimes you have to just, you can't read everything. The link is open, and I love for some folks to come up and give their opinions and have some intelligent dialogue about, what they see and what they talking about or whatever. But some just, would rather stay in the chat and just be, negative Nates and nasty Nancy's, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I mean, if you know football, you saw what happened. And I think Coach TC Taylor said it. He said, hey, first half, we look good. Second half, that's what he did. He said, not so good. He said that at the press conference. If you ain't go to Tiger Talk right now and look at the Rob J and what they did. Look at what he said about the press conference. The head coach said, we look real good in the first half. Second half, we didn't look so hot. So I think he know his team, you know what I mean? So he wants to see a complete game. He wants to see things, operate full, from start to finish. And hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's different than blasting folks, saying folks need to be fired. Rochelle was also talking about some stuff we saw on. Man, we've heard the AD is lazy because we're going back to the Gulf Coast Challenge potentially. We've heard we need to stop playing around. I see it in the comments all the time. And just so y'all know, if you come in the comment section on the YouTube channel and you say something that's stupid or something that's irate or something disrespectful, I'm going to delete it, and I may delete you. So if you go look for your comment and you don't see it, yes, I removed it because we're not going to do that. Because people don't think outside of themselves. They don't think past their comment. Because what you're not recognizing, in my opinion, is like I can give my opinion and still not be offensive. You get what I'm saying? TD can say what he want to say and not be offensive. We can be critical of and invoke critical thinking, critical thought, and what you talking about, Sir Retro, and it ain't got to be something that's going to come off as extremely offensive to a parent that might read it, that got a son that's a 3-star, that could potentially go to Ole Miss, Mississippi State, or choose Jackson State. And they might say, hey, listen, man, I don't want to send my kids over there. You know what I'm saying? Because these folk turn on their own folk. They booing when they ain't don't go their way. That's how we think when we say that. Like, don't boo your team, because even if you think, oh, I'm booing because the play call was bad. Well, nobody really knows. It's left for the interpretation of who's hearing it. We don't know who you booing for. We don't know why you booing. So the reality of it is that's what it is. So Tyler, what you got, big dog?
What's up, brother? What's up, man?
What's up?
So I think for me, obviously, you leave the game, a win is a win, absolutely. But like, so for an example, if you look at, and I don't know if anybody watched the press conference with the coaches today, and you just look at some of the questions and stuff that's being asked. Like for me personally, like I watched the game, so you know, I would have asked different questions. Like for example, and like I said, if I ever tweet something about the game, I'm not being negative. It's just simply about the things that I see.
Yeah.
But just for an example, like the last 5 minutes of the game, if Langford doesn't miss that throw on third or maybe fourth down, that game is a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
The score is 45-37 if they make the field goal. An onside kick, a successful onside kick, recovered by them, completely changes the course of that game.
But watch this.
So,
but Tyler, watch this.
Hold on, let me finish.
I was not going to touch on that point because I was going to say this is the second half, right? If Peppers get that sack on 3rd and long, it changed the complex of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had a lot of instances on defense where we on 3rd down, where we could have totally changed the game and got off the field. But the problem was missed tackle, extended drives, led to points. Here we are.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean that's my only thing. I just think that some questions, like I think questions are warranted. I'm not saying that y'all not saying that, you know, we shouldn't ask questions and stuff like that. But I'm just watching the last 5 minutes and it's like they were trying to take the air out of the game and A&M is still playing. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the other part to that, Tyler, that we sat there and witnessed and with our own 2 eyes, the referees were atrocious, bro.
Oh,
it was bad, bro. It felt like they was trying to cheat and give out. Bro, they was screwing up the clock. They gave them an extra timeout. And even when we spotted the ball, bro, normally when you know how you take a knee, the damn 40-second clock starts. These jerks were putting 25 seconds on
the clock
and like holding it. We like, what the hell going on? Like that, it was bad, bro. Like it wasn't just those things. It was also little stuff that was just happening. Like I don't remember every single thing. Like I didn't finish rewatching the game. I actually got through the first half. I'm gonna watch the rest of the game tomorrow. Then I'll start watching Alabama State versus Bethune-Cookman. But bro, it was bad, man. And I'm not gonna say that it wasn't. But there was a moment in the game where I felt like, bro, we just need to survive and get the hell out of here, bro. Because it's like if we don't, they're going to try to take this game from us, bro. And it was clear as day that that's what they was doing. But I don't know about you guys. I'm just saying it like this, and I mean it this way. Referees can completely alter the dynamic of a game, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it just changes the flow.
A lot of stuff, man, because you're trying to – and the coaches are trying to keep their cool, and they're also trying to, because somebody said this to me at halftime, somebody was like, the coach need to tell the players that they need to just not let the referees take their air out of them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obvious what they're doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy, man. The score clock say 1st down. I mean, and then the dude holding the thing got 2nd down up there.
Yeah.
And he did it for 2 plays, bro. They went to 2nd down, he went to 3rd down. And then there was a stall in the game, and all of a sudden, it flipped to 3rd down. Nothing happened. So I'm sitting there like, well, damn. I said, bro, it's second. I said, bro, it's second down. He's like, nope. I don't care what that clock got. It's third down. So the clock adjusted to the man on the field, and I was talking to him. We lost the down. Go back and look at it.
Yep. It showed up on ESPN Plus like that too. I thought I was tripping.
I'm sitting there. I'm on the field talking. I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, bro, I said, bro, it's second down. He's like, nope. I don't care what that say. He was like, man, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready for Boosie. I'm just telling you. So I was like, anyway, let me leave that alone, bro.
I do want to highlight this one point though, because one thing in growth that I saw from TC in this game, when I look at the Southern game, which we won, to this game, was that when the game got nipped and took, we did not call that game in the sense of trying not to lose instead of playing to win. We actually called that game in the fourth quarter with everything against us. He called that game to win that game. He wasn't playing not to lose. I want to give him kudos for that because that's a big difference as well.
Definitely. And it looks different when you're watching it on TV because everything that y'all just highlighted, obviously I did not see. But I'm just watching the game and I'm just looking at the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. I'm just like, bro,
hey, bro, it was in the
what are we doing?
But to your point, Tyler, your original point when you first came on, and Ken is I want to ask, and TD and Rashad, I want to ask y'all this right here. I know you don't control this, but to what Tyler first said in that press conference today, and I watched the whole thing all the way through because I was out work today. Bro, why are we asking questions for the comparison of Savion and Irv?
I thought that was out of pocket. I think I'm glad you know what? I think people like to go ahead. Go ahead, Joe. I'm
gonna tell you. Well, first off, it's low hanging fruit because whoever asked the question, it's a loaded question. They're asking a question from the prism of, I believe he's a better player, and you're going to miss him. When had you watched us on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Zoe told you, third person, Zoe told you way back yonder, way 3 months ago, Savion going bye-bye, and we ain't going to miss him.
I remember.
Now, running back room loaded. We kept trying to say it, bro.
Now, when I said it, because we can run the tape back, even a lot of Jacksonians looked at me like I was crazy. Man, you crazy. Savion, XYZ. I said, we ain't going to miss him.
I remember.
Because hold on, last time I checked, at what point last season was Savion the leading rusher in the conference? I got time.
He was the second leading rusher. And
I said, at what point last season was he the leading rusher in the conference?
No, I know. And two, this is the thing that we don't want to do with them dumbass questions. I'm going to just call it what it is, bro. We are not about to get tricked into talking bad about Savion. I don't give a damn that he left. Savion is a Colorado Buffalo right now. There's no reason to be asking our head coach in the 6th game rushing rusher in the SWAC, man. His name is Irvin Justin Mulligan. I ain't gonna do that to it. Irv Mulligan, man. Like, what's the point of doing that? Like, there is no. Hold on. They don't wear the same number. They don't have the same running style. They don't know each other, other than the fact that he was here. And one can surmise. I don't give a damn how you take it. One can make the claim that maybe that had something to do with why he left. I know why he left, but I'm just saying. That room looked real. Hey,
Herb is a much better runner than Savion.
Rush is gonna get cut. I don't care about that other stuff. We don't want to talk about players that are not on the freaking roster in week 7, week 6. Week 5, whatever the hell week it is, man.
Who asked the question?
Why?
I don't know, but I was just watching it.
I'm serious. I want to know.
I honestly don't know, but I think the thing personally, the SWAC has a lot of problems. Like I'm speaking from a journalist and a communications perspective.
That's true though.
Like I'm just again, I do this every day, so this is my career field. But I'm just listening to some of the questions being asked. I'm hearing people complimenting the coaches. Like, if you went to any type of journalism school, you know that that's out of pocket. You don't do that. You simply ask a question, you wait for a response, and then y'all have dialogue. I'm hearing people on the call talking about some. I'm I'm blown just listening to some of these questions that's being asked, and
Because
then
they're
when
not
I heard,
journalists, Tyler.
yeah, and then when I heard the question about Irv, and I'm like, you are you new here? Like what are we doing? But see, that's what happens when you letting podcasters and people who just starting channels and just ask. I
Hey,
I don't get it. I'm confused.
Tyler, we actually have access to it, and honestly, I know Blue do a good job, and
Definitely.
you know what I'm saying. Hey, Blue, stop.
Can I just say something?
He got him verbatim. He got him verbatim.
Oh,
But no, that's James Hill, I think.
But Tyler, this is why people don't take us seriously, because we don't have serious people asking the right question.
Is this James in Florida?
Well, I think.
No, I'm just talking about in general. Like, if you don't, and I'm listening to what Tyler said. I didn't listen to it all, but what he's saying is that, are these really professional journalism asking these questions? He said it by being nice.
You get stupid questions in every press conference sometimes, and I won't go into it, but it happens, man. And but Tyler makes a great point. I think sometimes you hear those questions of people just asking questions because they want to be heard. It's almost like an opportunity to ask a question, so let me just try to sound intelligent and try to ask something that has no relevance to nothing. We love those who Blue. I'm not pumping Blue up. Blue do a great job of asking questions.
He absolutely does.
The questions that he asks usually are questions that he desires. Dr. Kenyatta Cavill do an outstanding job. Doc Chuck Bishop does a great job. And there's so many others that, and I'm not gonna go through everybody, but those are some that I usually gravitate towards. I have to be honest with you guys. I have zero interest in watching anything that any of the other coaches have to say on the coaches call. I listen to Coach TC Taylor, and sometimes I listen to the opposing coach. But because I've grown to have just an appetite for certain things, I don't really like to because I'm not interested, and I'm not going to ever feel bad about that. I'm only interested in Jackson State, and that's not a knock to any other school. So I like to know what our coach is talking about because of what I see. I want to see what he saw. And then keep in mind, you guys, we are going to have a coaches press conference on Tuesday. We have one every Tuesday. And if you're not watching the coaches press conference on the Go JSU Football YouTube channel, it's because you're not subscribed. So go to the Go JSU Tigers football page on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. And Austin and his team do a great job of putting that content out for us to go consume. And everything you want to hear about, Coach Taylor is there, and like I said, I got access to it, and I went in there one time the first week, and I was like, "Nah, this ain't for me. I'm not going to ask no questions, so I don't need to be on here." So,
Yeah, no, I get it. I was just confused by a lot of the stuff that's happening in there, and just
this is a great point. And I didn't mean to cut you off, Tyler. And Blue TD, I got you next. And then we'll let Randy go. What's up, Randy? He said, "I just wish people would be more in tune with injuries, player performances, and position. It's almost like they don't watch the games.
Exactly.
Like, how dare you get on a press conference and ask a coach a question and you didn't even watch the game? I'm not saying anyone has done that, but sometimes you can tell that the questions don't match the output in that we can see.
And man, some dude got on there today and asked Eddie Robinson, what does it mean to be swag? I turned it off then. I turned it off then. I couldn't do it. I just turned that shit off.
Hold on. JT Keefe, Clan Legend.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Randy, what's up, big dog?
What's happening, y'all? What's going on, man? I'm just checking in, man. I watched a lot of that game, man, and it just it just looks like a young team just finding its way, man. Like you guys, you guys are all right, man. You guys are straight, and PC is going to be a very good coach in SWAC, bro. He, nothing like phases him, and I also liked how as they were coming back, he stayed aggressive. You know what I mean? Like he didn't buckle. He didn't go into a prevent. He just kept on playing, which makes me understand that he knows that he's teaching his team how to win. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a brand new group. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right, brother.
People just gotta understand, man.
That's coming, man. Everybody don't like even have their full roles yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's so many new faces.
Hey, real quick before anybody else goes, brother GA, finally got you on and you're stable. Go ahead before we lose you.
Hey,
and joining and falling off, man. I had to get you on in there, bro. What's up with you?
Hey, I appreciate it. How y'all doing this evening?
Doing well, bro.
What's up, GA?
Hey, I came in to talk about that defense. I don't even understand why we can't even talk about this defense and what it's been doing these last couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. Let's get on it.
Well, we had a forced fumble, 2-3 interceptions, and
shout out to Devontae Davis, back-to-back forced fumbles. Now, I Peppers, you owe me a touchdown, big dog, because it just went right through his hands. He's supposed to pick. That was a scooping score, but keep going.
Yeah, and I just want to say that I'm not all in on this 3-man front, but I'm starting to see the DC's vision. We see a lot. We got a team that's starting to gel together, and when you start talking about them coverages, and I see our corners they're starting to close that gap a little bit, so they're starting to understand those rules of the handoff. And that defense is what's up. And the only thing about one caveat I will have is Zoe, when you say in the second half when they get a little weak on the tackling, in the second half, if we got 45 points on the board, let's at least complete a couple first downs and give them a chance to catch their win. And that's no shade or no jab at anybody, but I want to see the OC put some packages together that can give some consistency and offense, and get them guys a chance to catch their breath. And that's not a shot at anybody, but hey, man, I'm very proud of that damn defense. Oh, excuse my language. I'm very proud of that defense. I digress.
I'm with you. I want to send a shout out to BJ, man. BJ Washington got his second interception.
Man,
I mean, snatched that thing, got the air. Madison Central representing, man. Hey, we got 2 dogs on the team from Madison Central, Isaiah Spencer as well as BJ Washington. Them boys need to be on the field, man. I'm gonna say it until the cows come home. Isaiah Spencer need to be on the field. I'm just telling you like it is.
That's another one of my gripes, but
hey, kid, I got a question. Where's that kid Peppers from?
He came from Pine Bluff. He was with Pine Bluff, and he came as a grad transfer.
Oh, okay. I thought he was young. Okay.
Now I think this is it for him.
Man.
I think this is it for him.
To piggyback off of what GA said, I was really impressed with how Callaghan went up and got that INT that he got. He didn't wait for the ball to come down. I mean, he almost had like a receiver IQ by going up to catch that ball at the highest point, because had he waited, the receiver would have possibly had a chance to like knock it down or prevent us from even getting the interception. So, I mean, it just shows that these guys are being coached up, and they have a good football IQ to know, where to go and get the ball at certain times of the game. And so I was just really impressed with that, especially early on in the game like that.
I agree.
I think we supposed to have at least about, I want to say 4-5 interceptions this game. Honestly, just me watching, because all Alabama A&M did when Langford came in the game, slant, whip, out route. That's it. And I couldn't understand when they went down the field. I think it was like with the last 5 minutes, he just kept going to the slant. I said, "Oh my God, could you just stay right there and it's right there in your hand?"
For real, man. I mean, you already know that he gonna have to beat me on the deep ball. Now, he hit the tight end across the middle, which was a solid. But
so Ken, why? And I'm glad you said that, Ken. Why don't we use our tight end up the middle, man? It be so wide open.
We do. We just got to go to him.
DJ caught a nice ball. He had a good game this past week too.
Hey, let me say.
I want to say something.
Dr. Smith, we're gonna have to re-recruit our roster. Period. Regardless of who's talking to who. And again, I want to implore our fans and supporters to be open to new ways, to this new NIL. We got a business or some type of opportunities in the local city, in the local arena. Those types of relationships and partnerships will be available. We want to see certain players stay in a certain uniform, and we got the power to make it happen. The days of giving the clout to the adults is dwindling down. We got to make it happen for the student athletes. And we got to understand that Utah sent out a damn nuke bomb to the college world. They did. We ain't gonna go down that road tonight too tough, but know that's gonna create a trend that's gonna be reduplicated. But go ahead, TD. I think I cut you. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say something back earlier, and then I respond to something that GA said. First, I was gonna say one thing that impressed me about Irv is his blocking ability. I mean, he has several key blocks in the game that gave Jason more time. Along with the offensive line, they did play extremely well, even after
that's
after
not
Evans got hurt.
That ain't gonna be enough. But keep going, TD. That ain't just it. Trust me. I trust me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and shout out to the offensive line. They did a good job even when Evans went down. They still balled out. And like I said, Irv a good blocker, as well as Ahmad. I mean, he had a good game. I think they're making a great combination. I did like Moultrie game too, so hopefully he'll see the field a little more too. But that combination is really real good. It takes more than just one tackle to bring him down. So I'm impressed with the blocking of Irv, in Ahmad. Now what GA said about the 3-4 defense, 3 down linemen. I mean, I'm not a coach, so I really don't understand. I really can't speak on what he's trying to do. So
I play defense, TD. I ain't mean to cut you off, but the only way that 3-man front work is that your defensive ends have to put pressure on the ball. That's the only way that works.
And linebackers.
I'm gonna just say this, and I stand by this, like it or lump it.
That's a gap defense.
Give me a 4-man front.
Exactly.
Every day.
Whether it's a three down lineman in a rush, or whether it's 2 defensive ends, two tackles. I just my thing is this right here. We are playing in the SWAC. In the SWAC, you don't have historically good quarterback play. Okay? Get to the damn quarterback and watch everything that they want to do offensively dwindle. Trust me. I'm not finna sit back and wait on you to punch me and be a counter puncher. I'm gonna get up. I'm coming to knock your block off. That's how I get down. I'm just aggressive like that. I don't like all this. Give me 4 up front, man. And let me send a blitz all day. Because I'm sending 5. We're going to outnumber what you got up front, and I'm trying to get to your quarterback. Them little quick out routes, I got some safety help back there, some DB help back there. They'll get to it. But
that's what we started off with.
Right here. You know what you can't do in 2 seconds? You can't throw no damn bomb in 2 seconds because you got 2 seconds. I'm on your neck. You can't get no long routes off if I'm on your neck in 2 seconds. That's 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You better be ready because we coming. Every single play. all game, all night. We ain't never stopping. And when you play against, you gonna say, man, I'm the quarterback gonna have to eat his Wheaties, man, before we play. We going to get the quarterback, man. Get to the ball.
But you know what? One thing you got to be is like you got to be able to tackle because it's.
I understand that. Let me ask you this question, Randy. Did you watch the game last night?
Yeah.
Most of it. San Francisco blitz.
Who?
San Francisco.
Did they blitz, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
San Francisco controlled the defensive line, the offensive line with a 4-man front.
Yeah, but
with an occasional, I'm just saying with occasion, that's how they play. They play 4-down linemen and they play super aggressive.
And they fast.
All I'm saying is that it works in the pros, it works in college, it works in high school, it works in Pee Wee. I don't care. You get to the quarterback, you disrupt everything. You got to get to the man that's going to touch the ball every single play. Period, point blank. Yeah, they do got Bosa. I understand that. My point is, I'm not sitting back waiting on you to hit me in the mouth. I love that the coaches allowed the DBs to press.
Right.
Because I'm this. Go ahead, TD.
Yeah, I was about to say, even with that 3-man front, when you got a pretty decent offensive line and they pretty powerful and strong, they can push. I mean, that makes it hard. That makes the running game better for the opposing team running back because what it does, it allows those free offensive linemen to get upfield and block on the second and third level.
Facts.
Which is what's been happening to us a lot in games in the past. So that's that's my thing with that. And we have played a couple of schools with good defensive line. I mean, good offensive line play, and that what has been occurring. So unless you just have saying some Eric Donald type players out there that's really killing it and some edge rushers, that's going to be a problem.
But listen, did we not have the best defense in the conference for the last 2 seasons?
Yep.
You had the dogs too, though, Ken.
They was blitzing, man.
Shit, you think I don't know that? yeah, we had some dogs.
Y'all had some
dogs. You ain't know they were dogs until you turn them loose. You gotta take the leash. Yeah. Open the kennel. Take the leash out of them, and let them go kill. That's what you do.
Yeah, that was mainly built to like stop that like the 4 and 5 receiver sets. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I think Peppers is a killer.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I'm just saying. And listen, it was much better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the tackling got to, we definitely got to make it happen, right? All I'm saying is that it's simple. The template was literally at 1,400 J.R. Lynch. I'm going to say it again. We had the best defense in the nation last year.
Mm-hmm.
I know we had some players leave out the door. But if it ain't broke, why try to fix it? Now, I know the philosophy when you have a coaching change. I get all that. I understand that. But I just think at the end of the day, when you go and recruit 2 top 10 ESPN 100 defensive ends in the recruiting class with Tony O'Doyle and Phillip Webb, and we got some dogs, man. I know Big Junior got hurt. We hadn't seen Juice in a while.
That's the kid Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds.
Yeah.
So we still got some injuries on the D line, man, and we getting healthy. But my point is that schematically, man, you got to go make it happen. TD made a great point. It's a numbers game. You got 3 people going up against 5. I'm gonna beat you every time.
Yeah. Plus,
and you ain't got no Vince Wilfork. I don't know what you're doing in a 3-4 or 3 anything.
Yeah.
You need like Southern got a big old boy in the middle. You can run a 3 something with him. That big old boy got a 6X.
Number 93.
They had to sew a jersey together to make him to give him a whole jersey. I ain't playing. I
have a public service announcement.
Right up under the cleavage area, and the rest is a t-shirt extension. You put him in the middle. What's his name? He about 5'10", a bowling ball.
About number 93. Yeah.
What's his name? What's big boy name, man?
Big bowling ball.
I have a public service announcement to make.
Yes,
Can I make it, Ken?
Yes, ma'am.
So check this out. We have over 522 people on, and I need y'all. I just hit return. We only have 3,200 or so that signed up for the Jackson State football YouTube channel. I need y'all to go. They have amazing content. If you want to know what Jackson State is doing, I'm just trying to figure out why haven't you subscribed to that channel. So I'm asking you guys, are the ones who I know y'all are JSU faithful, to copy and paste that, put it out on all your social media platforms, because we need to monetize that, but we need that channel to go, because that's all things Jackson State football, and we should be having more than what we have on there. So please, ma'am, and please, sir, go to that link and sign up and subscribe to it. And also, all y'all in here, we ain't got but 300 likes. Why y'all in here though? Apparently y'all liking it, so why can't you click it? Some of y'all in here and don't want to get no claps. Y'all been with us the whole time. And I'm in California, so it's AM in some of y'all time. But y'all just won't like this channel for nothing, but you won't let us go. We know you love it. You might as well go on and show us some props. Okay, Ken, I'm done speaking.
You good. You good. I love it, man.
Yeah, his name is Willie Miles, Ken.
Willie Miles. Big little Willie Miles. Hey, I'm just saying. If you got something like that, then you make it happen. But no, they doing what they have to do, man. Regardless of mute your phone. Regardless of whatever we think or we want or don't want or however we want it, we 4-2, and it's homecoming, man. So we got another big one coming up this week, Alabama State. I'm gonna tell you like this right here: Alabama State got a good D line. They gave us fits. They got good linebacker play. They got good They got a good defense. I gotta give it to them. Solid defense. Offense has been the thing that's been a little. So we can put ourselves. Styles make fights and matchups, right? So if we don't tackle well, we can put ourselves in a situation where we make their offense look better than what it is, right? This is homecoming. We got to go get it. We plan on going out. We beat them in their homecoming. They would love to come to Jackson and disrupt our homecoming, but we got a whole different plan for that. So to the players, don't get caught up in the festivities. You got a game to play on Saturday. Enjoy yourself throughout the week, but stay focused. We got to go handle business, man. There's going to be a lot of fans in that stand this Saturday, man. So
Randy, when you bringing your happy self to Jackson, Mississippi, sir?
As soon as I get some things in order, Rochelle.
Okay, this whole season gonna be over with by then.
No, it's not.
If you need a ticket, you can use mine because I'm not around. So I will give you a ticket.
Why you ain't going?
I'm in California, sir. I done been to 2. I'm going to Alcorn. So I can't go to everything, but I've been to 3. I'm coming to Alcorn game because I'm trying to catch a basketball game I'm trying to do 2 things at one time. I want to support JSU Lady Tigers, and I want to support them at the same time. So I'm trying to see if I can do 2 at one time.
Well, okay.
Hey, Ken, I think it was TJ. It's about 3 TJ. I think one of the TJs said. I think one of the TJs said something about, or maybe it was GA, the interception that we had. I know 2 of them was in the first half, right? First.
One was in the second half. It was that Hazel in the second half?
Yeah, in the second half. Yeah, that was a great tip ball. That was a great tip ball too. I don't know who that was. Jalen Hughes over there, maybe. We tipped the ball to Hazel. He got it. But what I was saying is, I think those other 2 came early in the first half, and that's when a lot of pressure was being put on.
Yeah, Callaghan's INT was like within the first couple of minutes of the first quarter. Like that was like it was very early.
Yeah, and that came that was during the time when the 4 down lineman and the pressure was being put on the quarterback.
Right. And I think like from what I saw, like when we were playing a 4 down lineman, we were giving A&M fits, and I think I think our DC or whoever was making the call, started to try some things and we weren't as successful. And so I was appreciative of the fact that they went back to a 4-man front, and it's like, I hope that we kind of, stay in there, but just have, some variations of it. I mean, because we were giving them fits and, to somebody's point, like, we got a 4-man front, then that gives our DEs, an opportunity to try to get to the quarterback. So.
Right. And that's the point I was making earlier when I said, we started trying some new stuff, going back from what it was. Again, not trying to be critical, just speaking on what I saw.
Right. I agree, TD.
Miss Marlena, thank you. we appreciate the support. It's members and supporters like you that make doing this so much fun, man. It really does. Shout out to the kickoff and punt coverage, big improvement. Absolutely. So
Take
yeah.
care, y'all.
All right, Randy. Peace out,
All right.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Doc, what's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. How's everybody doing?
Doing well, man.
Man, I'm just here, just listening to everybody, and I like all the stuff, the things we was, y'all was talking about as far as the game goes, and I appreciate Auntie Rochelle giving out that disclaimer because I mean it's good to be, what I'm saying, it's cool to be critical, like you said, to be critical of the team. It's good to have constructive criticism about the team, but just don't put the team down. Like you just gotta realize we are 4-2, where mostly everybody in the conference said we were gonna be 6-5, 4-7, or 3-8. You know what I'm saying? Some people had us going 2-9, but we sitting at 4-2, and we're still sitting second in our division. So I think people, I think Auntie for actually, saying that, because some people, we fans, and like Zoe said, fans is short for fanatics. So
Yeah, they just gotta understand, man. Like, with this is a physical game that that we like to watch, and it ain't gonna always be style points or waste, or a blowout. It's gonna come down to the trenches. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have those games, but as long as you staying focused and you know what I'm saying, you just not losing focus and you dominate the game, then people shouldn't worry about but some people that's
Well, I just think some people, man, when you watch again, all you have to do is listen to them. They're gonna tell you whether or not it's knowledge of the game based or personal preference based. What I have learned to do is I've learned to decipher between the two, and I'm gonna leave you on red if you give me your personal preference base. I'm not interested because it's nothing we can do about that. But if we want to talk football, X's and O's, I can talk all day with it. But I'm not willing to sit here and listen to you talk about why you feel like a particular coach need to be here or not be here, and you don't know all the details. You just observing. Like people can look at things from a surface, and one thing that is pretty cool about being close enough to see, you kind of be on it. You see things a lot clearer than what you. Some good and some bad, because not everything that you see, TD will tell you that is good. It ain't all the time. But the cool part about seeing the not so good is that if you can make an impact, you can. But I just tend to stay away from the self-centeredness stuff. And here's what I mean by that. I say this all the time, man. The world revolves around me. My opinion is great. I'm judging everybody according to my opinion. And we won't listen. I don't care what the coaches run. I want to win, man.
Period.
I don't care, man. I ain't finna sit up here and debate no style points. Like, now we can talk about the obvious, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I left that thing feeling good, man.
I mean,
feeling good because we got 2 dubs back to back. We 4-2, and these guys were excited. I love the look on the kids' face, man, when they see how they win. Man, I was happy as hell for Savin McGee. We was at the practice when that young man went down. Ended the practice.
Wow.
We weren't gonna see Savin this season, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, hold on. I'm saying I'm gonna get to you, and I'm sitting there like, so when you get to something like that, and you see the grind and the grind to get back, and you see his confidence start to come back. Hey, Savin McGee in the punt return game, didn't he look good?
Oh, he looked real good.
Good. So my point is, get 2 touchdowns. Shout out to Light On, shouted him out. 3 touchdowns in the past 2 games. Could it be a prelude to what we see for the rest of the season? I think so. Savin McGee is now you're gonna account for him now.
Yeah.
Now, so I pause right there. Who was talking?
Oh, that was me. And to me, like it don't matter if you win by a lot or if you just win ugly. A win is a win. You know what I'm saying? You go into like once you go finish get that win, then you go back into the lab and you work on the things that that the coaches caught and say, hey, we need to fix this. That way, when we go out there for the next game, we're not gonna make that same mistake that we made in the last game, or we're not gonna miss this opportunity to score in this game than we had in the last game. So it's all about how you do it. And like I said, for TC to have all this adversity in his first year of coaching, you know what I'm saying, of being a head coach with in 6 games, you know what I'm saying, he has done a tremendous job, and he made sure that he made sure that he keeps the confidence of the kids up.
Let me say this. Did y'all watch that Miami versus
don't talk
Georgia
about it,
Tech?
Yeah.
Hold on. Miami was undefeated. Rochelle, I'm gonna explain this to you because you probably didn't see it.
I did.
Oh my God, that was crazy.
Somebody I'm reading with somebody.
Hold on. I want to break this down. I just want folks to. I want Rochelle to process this for me. Rochelle, it was less than 40 seconds left on the clock. Miami had the ball. The opposing team was out of timeouts. All Miami had to do was take a knee, and the ball game was over. The head coach or whomever decided that they were going to run the ball, and the young man fumbled the football.
Wow.
Listen to me. Georgia Tech got the ball and threw a touchdown and won the game. That was the most impossible way to lose a game. And I said, Mario Cristobal failed those young men. It was not fair to those young men to be undefeated, ranked, because you have to be undefeated and ranked for the most part to get in, even in consideration, especially playing in the ACC. Considered lesser. The amount of coaching negligence and just absolute insane stupidity. I would have fired him on the spot. I would have fired him. I would have fired him. I don't give a damn. I would have fired Mario Cristobal the next day. Matter of fact, I'm done because that's not the first time he's done that.
Oh,
not the first time. I'm sorry, man. So when we talk about coaches, I don't care, man. Them kids on the bench crying, man, because they was like, bro, why in
the entire hell?
Why would you do that when you had the game won? It's almost like like Pete Rose, like he bet against himself, and he. But then again, the stuff that's got to happen. Georgia Tech still got to score. It was no reason
to run the ball,
man. If they take a knee, the game is over. Why would you run the ball? And they said that he said in the press conference. This is what he said in the press conference. We told him ball security. I was like, no, my point is, so I say that to say this. Sometimes things happen, man, that don't make no sense. And I'm saying to you right now that a lot of things happen, man, in football. The objective is to win the game. It don't make no difference because you can win a game, but you can get everything you want in one game, and the next week it totally not look the same because from week to week, we got kids on the team that's got children. You got kids on the team that's taking tests. You got kids on the team that's got situations at home. You got kids that's got girlfriend problems, money problems, they hungry, all types of stuff. And each week to week thing, it's a different thing. You don't know what you're gonna get. You're dealing with young men. So you can do everything right as a coach, and the players can go out and just not execute it right. The coaches can make a dumb call, and the players can go out and improvise and make them look like superstars. It's so undetermined. So football chatter, football debates are usually hindsight being 2020. It's low hanging fruit, like Zoe say. Everybody's an expert when you're going back, looking at it, saying we should have did, we could have did, instead of just saying this is what happened, this is what worked, and then listening to the coaches. I'd be more intrigued at listening to the coaches who's spending 5 days a week preparing these guys and preparing themselves for a game. Our offensive coordinator in the press box, defensive coordinator in the press box. You got calls coming in, watching the calls come from the headset, watching the head coach talk back and forth and address some things that you don't see. And all people want to do is say TC, TC, TC. Everything that don't go right falls on the head coach.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Well, listen, guys, I gotta go take some notes, but I just want to end on this. I said this on Twitter is that what other it's I love the J. No, the J just stands out. The J on your hat. I was looking at Zoe's, but the J just stands alone in the world of everything. It's just Jackson State, and it is what it is. So listen, y'all be easy, and y'all have an amazing time. Be careful, and listen. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm serious about this, is that last week, wasn't it 2 black schools that had shootings?
Yes.
Bowie, and then the other one, Morgan. That's 2 black HBCUs. I need y'all to be careful out there.
In the same area too.
Yeah. So y'all please be careful out there and be safe, because unfortunately we are just living in some really weird times. So I pray that we have an amazing time at homecoming. But at the same time, I am praying angels protection around us, and the killing part about it, that those were 2 black HBCUs that got absolutely no press.
They got a little bit of it.
Yeah, that Morgan State got a lot of press on it the night of.
But not the night after. I was looking at it. Maybe it was on Twitter. It was not on MSNBC because I watched it the whole night. It was not on. It was on Twitter. It was not on any news channels. And poor the other one that just happened, Bowie, I didn't see nothing of it. So please be careful, Jacksonians. Have a good time, and y'all be safe. But I got some notes to take. And Ken, I'm gonna do a video of my office space, y'all. It's so amazing. I just got 6 clients because now I do in office. I was doing telehealth, and I just did a quick video, and it was my Sarah. She actually did a share, and a black man underneath it said, "I need to find her. I need her to be my therapist." So that's all that is worth it. So y'all just be safe and be good. And let me go do these notes for my people. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you for your passion.
Night, Rocha.
Getting things straight today.
Good night.
See you.
And I got to call you again about that D standard. We need a whole conversation.
All right, we'll do.
All right, bye. Love y'all.
Love you too, sis.
Good night, Rochelle.
I could say, just watching the game on Saturday, man, I seen a lot of energy from them boys. From the beginning to the end, even when the refs try to take the game away from us, in them last, 7 to 8 minutes of the game, I just seen a lot of energy in them guys, and that's just something that we need to have to go into for this, this weekend for homecoming.
You know what, man? And I ain't mean to think about it. I'm sorry, Doc.
No, you good.
This comment right here, I just thought about something. If I was that coach, if I was that player, I probably would have just took a knee my damn self. If I handed the ball, I would have just went down.
Yeah, that was greedy. That was being greedy right there.
I don't understand. Anyway, I just it's some stuff you just scratch a hole in your head, trying to figure it out. But
Ken, who do you know of the referee that was refereeing the game when he played against Alabama A&M?
Alabama A&M, the head referee is, I forgot his name, man. I see him all the time. He looked just like the dude who be calling the game. They might be brothers almost.
I hope he don't be there this weekend.
Bro, I don't like neither one of them. I don't like the one that was at the Southern game nor him. They horrible, man.
Man, and then I'm gonna tell you like this, Ken. I watched the Alabama State and BCU game, with the Cookman game, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you the feel that it gives me.
Brother Hunter, we're not going back to Miami next year. Yeah, we're not going back, but keep going, bro. I ain't mean to cut you off.
I'm really thinking like this game here this is what we needed to score 40, like to score big points because I got enough faith that our running backs gonna have a hell of a day. Because I'm just looking, I'm just dissecting, just because I was there in Atlanta when we played South Carolina State, and they
Yep.
kind of similar. Alabama State kind of similar to them. They got that
That's
big
a good
front.
point. That's a good point.
Yeah, they got that. They got a big front, and I feel like us using because we have big backs, but they also have speed.
Yeah.
We can use them on the outside, which is gonna open up our vertical game. And I think this gonna be with 7 coming back, being in the mix, with all our receivers. Man, I think this gonna be a hell of a show this weekend.
Man, I mean, just when you look at the breakdown of our offense, Rico's still the leading receiver. They got a star at Keyshawn Johnson, 33 receptions, 425 yards, 3 touchdowns. Our leading receiver, Rico Powers, 25 receptions, 381, 2 touchdowns. Savin McGee got 3 touchdowns right now. Fabian McCray just got his first. Isaiah Spencer got 1. Trying to think who else scored. Who else got touchdowns that have caught touchdowns? Not including the tight ends. Duke Miller, did he catch one?
I don't think Duke hasn't caught a touchdown yet.
I can actually go to it while I'm sitting here. Let me do that. Receiving, Andre Hayden Hagler has a touchdown. Savin McGee he got 3 touchdowns on 5 receptions. Get Savin McGee the ball more. He just scored touchdown. Andre Hunt got a touchdown, but that was a screen pass. DJ Stevens has 1. Disappointing though. 8 catches on the year. Not good enough. Jency Riley, 7 catches on the year. Not good enough. We got an all swag tight end with 8 catches. Get him the damn ball. Period, point blank. Isaiah Spencer, 1 catch, 13 receptions. Fabian McCray, 10 receptions. Isaiah Spencer had 5 receptions in the first game, 64 yards. I remember that off the memory of my head. And since the first game, he only has 8 receptions total. One of those touchdowns, the touchdown catch was against Texas State. Duke Miller, 19 receptions, no tugs, and then Rico has 2 tugs. So Jason Brown, 8 touchdowns on the year, passing 2 interceptions. But if you look at his completion percentage, he's 61.8. So right at 62% passing, 1,079 yards. But this, you look at the running game. Ahmad Miller has just jumped off the board, man. 23, he has 23 carries, 166 yards, 7.2 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. Irv Mulligan, 109 carries, 624 yards, 5.7 average, 66 long, 5 touchdowns. You look at the breakdown of this team, man. They got a good running back, but he's all right. Juwan Howell, I mean, this team, man, is a 2-3 team. That's who they are. They beat Southern. So let me look at who they played. They beat Southern, lost to Alcorn in overtime, which was they're tough out, man. They held FAMU to 23 points, scored 10. They beat Miles. They
lost to Miles.
I'm sorry, they lost to Miles. I'm looking at it and said that they beat Bethune last week. So if you look at what they did against Bethune-Cookman, and we'll move on. Damon Stewart looked like he had a pretty decent game. 8 for 13, 150 yards, 1 touchdown. Demetrius Davis. They basically want to run with him. I mean, it looked like they're doing whatever they can to get it. Isaiah Scott caught a touchdown. Keyshawn Johnson, 6 receptions, 99 yards. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all, man. We really should blow their ass off the field. I'm gonna just be real with you. But I know they got a stout defense. for what it's worth.
Our tight end should come and play this weekend.
And we think that we got to get them the ball though.
Yeah.
We got to get them the ball.
And you know what, Ken, not to cut you off. You know what, and that was a part that I was frustrated about because, like I said, I was there when we, you know what I'm saying, went to Atlanta, and I'm seeing the tight end usage, the running backs, the wide receivers. I'm seeing how they didn't have no answer for it. But why did we get away from it?
That's a question that I don't know, man. I think maybe we game plan for the team according to what they might have seen. That's my honest assumption. I don't have the answer to that. I have to trust that the coaches saw what they saw and they put together a game plan that spoke to that. But I'm sorry, man. At the end of the day, the tight end, according to our offensive coordinator, the tight end position, single-handedly the most important position in this offense. I mean, you should have a tight end. You got an all-SWAC, first-team all-SWAC tight end. I mean,
because we going 9-2.
They both scored a touchdown in the first game and haven't scored any. I don't think they scored another touchdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I will say this. This will be a good time for Earth to get probably about 100. I mean, even though that defense is stout, look for him to get about 90 to 100 yards running the ball.
Even 100.
Yeah.
100.
Also, Bama State do play tall corners that do like to press. They are, you know,
have they seen a core of wide receivers that like us this season?
Other than FAMU, that's it. Yeah, but I can't. You know, I know this game. You know, and we all know this game. The thing that I'm seeing is that our receivers is not getting separation. And
do we have receivers on the roster that can get separation for those? You know what I'm saying? I think we do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do, but it's like I'm like, okay, you know what? Like I said, because I'm not gonna down them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what we can do. I know you know what I'm saying. We know our strengths, but you know, I'm just saying, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm steady trying to find that player who, you know, who can find, you know, who can get separation.
No, I'm with you.
But yeah, like I said, we going 9-2, man. Going 9-2, and then we will.
You can y'all always do this. You can say what you want to say in the chat. You can say what you want to say in the chat. So we go from one extreme to the next. You can say what you want to say in the chat. Speak your mind. Ain't nobody stopping nobody. But again, if you see it and you're talking football, that's football. And nobody's sitting there saying you can't speak your piece and say what you got to say. But at the end of the day, you know, we talking about trash, man. We ain't been sitting here and watch nobody trash no players, man. We ain't gonna tolerate that. And you shouldn't tolerate it either. That's all we're saying. So say we're saying it right now. We're saying, okay, if there's some receivers that you feel not getting separation, sure, put somebody else in there that can. That's no knock on no one. We ain't even mentioning no names or nothing to that effect. It's like, hey, man, it is what it is. We just talking football at this point. And if you see what you see, ain't nobody gonna say you ain't seeing what you see. But there's also is how you say it and how you deliver it. We're not in here to bash coaches and bash. See, there's a difference between speaking football and talking down on a coach and a player. And that's something that we as fans got to do a better job of. At Jackson State, our fan base, we go overboard, man. We take things personal and we take it to the airwaves, and we always have this I don't care approach. And I'm sorry, we don't have the luxury because we also ain't giving money. We ain't donating money like that to get these folks talk crazy and then they can turn around and drop a big old bag somewhere. It's different. The rules are a little different. We got to love on our kids, man, and still be able to tell the truth. So unfortunately, if you're not understanding that at a HBCU, we got to feed medicine with sugar flavored, bubblegum flavored, you know what I'm saying, syrup, cough syrup, then we ain't really reading the room, man. We're not. So when we say we can be better with how we deliver it, we can still talk football and speak there, and folk come out of there and not really feel like they done got ramrodded or some shit, and they got then went up one side and disrespected, and they like, oh, the hell with that. Man, I don't want to rock like that. Y'all know the one thing in our community that we do faster with one another is we give up on each other faster than anybody. Yeah, we do. We throw us away. We be like, man, I ain't got to take that. The heck with that. Man, I go there. I might as well go over here and let the other folk disrespect me. Because we ain't going to take disrespect from our own people. And it's like, why we don't understand that when we're having these dialogues, these conversations, man, we got 400, 500, 600 people in here watching. I don't know who's looking at us. Man, them kids, mama and daddy could be watching the show, man. We ain't going to sit up here and be disrespectful to these young men. Right. And then we want to play and be prideful for Jackson State, but then here we got one of the top platforms that represent the school, and we got folks in the chat being disrespectful. We have to think about that stuff, man. So I'm not talking about you indirectly. I'm just talking about the ideology and this mindset of thinking that we can just talk greasy, man, and say anything we want to say. These kids are impressionable. Everything's on social media. Everything out in the open. Ain't nothing private. And trust me, that comment, they can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see it and don't address it, now I'm culpable now because I sat here and allowed these folks sit up here and disrespect their mom, and I'm the one that's got to read it in the comments and say, no, it ain't really like that. And got to explain it and all that type of stuff. So again, say what you say, but again, say it in a manner to which is tolerable and people can consume it. I'm just saying, man.
That's right.
I got on my daughter just the other day, man. Trust me, it wasn't all that fun. Trust me, it wasn't. But I already knew what I was dealing with. I got to say it in a manner in which it can be received and all that good type stuff. And we do that all day. And you and everybody know what I'm talking about. We know how to talk crazy. We know it's amazing how we go to work. We work with people we don't like, can't stand, can't tolerate. But we sure know how to talk right at work sometimes. And maybe you disrespectful, but folk already know, like, I ain't gonna get out of character, man. I gotta protect my bag. So we know how to be frustrated and with what we see and dealing with and say it in a manner in which we don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So that's all we're saying, man. Just be a little bit mindful of that. Be cognizant of what we're saying and doing, man, because unfortunately, we want these kids to be attracted to the limelight, but to our program, and we want them to stay. You understand what I'm saying? But saying that really wasn't a good call. I don't understand why we got away from TJ sitting up here on the whole time, dude. Why are we not going to the tight end? And you know what the basis is? The first game.
It's always gonna fall back on that first game that we played.
Go back to the shows after the first game and how excited we were to talk about the tight end position. But we had 2 tight ends score in the same game. Man, I'm sorry. If your offensive coordinator is telling you that the tight end, he coached Evan Ingram, who got drafted as a first-round draft pick out of Ole Miss, gets on the press conference and say tight end is the most important role. You got a first-team all-swag tight end. We get the ball to the tight end. We got 2 tight ends to score in the game. And then all of a sudden, the rest of the season, 6 games in, you really ain't seen that. That's a legitimate question as to what made us go away from that. Why aren't we seeing that? What's happening right now? Those are the types of questions that Tyler was saying that could be asked when you're talking to a coach. Hey, coach, I noticed that exactly what I just said, and you repeated and you felt and then you listen to what those questions are. Instead, folks are asking about comparisons of the running back versus an old running back and stuff like that. But anyway, I digress.
But you know what, though, Ken? Do you know what, Ken? I didn't mean to cut y'all out. To make them feel better, I'm going to tell you like this, because they probably like, oh, he probably Jackson State hater. I've been living in Jackson, bro. I lived in Jackson for 30 years, man. I just moved here to Columbus, Ohio. Listen, I'm so Jackson State. Listen, my nephew's dad is Garrett Taylor. Played running back at Jackson State from Knoxville County. Yep. My offensive coordinator was Coach Pratt, was Coach Galen Pratt.
Galen Pratt, yep.
Then we had Marcus Rogers.
Yep.
My head coach was Zach Grady. I'm Jackson State through and through.
Yeah, you can name some staples, man. Shout out to Coach Rogers up there in Holmes County, Holmes Central County.
Man, you some old heads right there.
But no, man, we not. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, but you know what? We get back. I want to continue to talk about football. I'm about to say we can do a mismatch. Get Jency get Jency on
Jency hurt,
Bubba.
right?
He hurt.
Yeah, Jency hurt, man. He got hurt in the last game.
Man, yeah.
You didn't watch the
Oh
game?
dang. Yeah, I watched the game. I forgot about that, man. Because
Yeah, he
I was going back and forth through working
yeah.
and watching the game at the same time.
No,
But I
just
thought
he was on crutches out at the game, so we'll see how long he'll be out. But go ahead.
nah, because I was thinking about it, like, man, we could have him as a mismatch on Bubba. Man, that would be so.
We can put Bubba in a mismatch, but Jensen ain't gonna be the one we gonna use. I can trust you that.
Yeah.
You got the line. If the linebacker got a cover, we should exploit that. And I just think I think Jason to do a good job of that. You know, they got a good D line. They can make some impact, but we got a good O line too, man. Like I said, our O line has been doing a damn thing. We always critical when they not blocking, but I'm sorry. When the best testament, and brother GA, you up next, to a good O line is a great running attack. And right now we have the best running back in the conference because the running back is getting through the holes and he can make it some shake, he making something happen. And we got another freshman that's coming along, and we should have JD Martin back in this game. I think what the coaches do is when they're coming back from an injury, they don't just throw them back on the field. They ease them back into that because I think Corners will be back as well as JD Martin will be back for this game. So, and then also our punter will be back, Matt Knoll. So we're starting to get healthy at the right time. At this point, we're not worried about nobody else. We're not worried about FAMU. We're not worried about nobody. We worry about the next man up, the next team in front of us. We beat them, we go to the next game. We beat them, we go to the next game. And at this point, the objective for Jackson State football is to finish the season 9-2. Period. Point blank. You finish the season at 9-2. You recruit your butt off, and you come back with the momentum, saying, "Man, this team is ripe and ready for the taking." And we'll see what happens. But go ahead, brother GA.
Hey, appreciate it, good brother. Hey, I just want to make a couple comments about defensively, and this is just speculation from my side, but I think our secondary is really getting down with those rules of coverages, whether it's a box, they're on the box side or the triangle side. I'm still trying to figure out what they're trying to do with that, but they understanding the handoff rules. And the reason I say that, if you go back and look at that game, with the exception of that first interception, there may have been one guy in the area, but the second interception broke through that and over under coverage. And then the third interception was, we had 3 DBs in the area. So to me, that tell me those guys are getting dialed in on their coverage and handoff rules. Offensively, I don't know if y'all remember that play. We went for the 2-point conversion and we had that funky formation, and then all of a sudden they audible out of it into something, and then 7 got the 2-point conversion going on the outside slant.
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, when we do stuff like that, we start to confuse them on the other side defensively on their coverage schemes. And this kind of to your point, respectfully, brother TJ, when you said we don't have a guy that can create separation. I've seen Rico and Spencer create some separation.
Correct.
Route. I would like to see some route changes, maybe come behind coverage, confuse them guys. So I don't know if our guys is in a certain place in a learning curve of the new system. This is a new system, new OC, new DC, but I'm encouraged by how these guys are coming along. Hopefully, offensively, next week they really come along and exploit some guys with some of the stuff that they've been doing, and I'll fall back from there.
No, that's great points, man. I agree. TD, you want to jump in on
that? Nah, man, I'm good. He explained it pretty well. I mean, I've said pretty much my piece on it. You know, the win felt good. They played a pretty solid game. Like I said, I just know it's more than the tank. That's all.
Yeah, and you know what? I think they see it too. But again, when you talk about learning how to win, you got to stack wins. We won against Bethune-Cookman, ugly win. You know, did we improve from the Bethune-Cookman game to this game? I think we all would agree. Heck yeah, we did.
Yeah.
All right, so you see what you do against Bama State. We go out there and handle our business, and it's like, what else we got left on the schedule? We got to go play Valley. We got to go play UAPB. Those can be some tune-up games. And of course, they're gonna try to beat us, but they're gonna give us their best shot. Then we got Texas Southern, right? And we got Alcorn after a bye week. So here's the other thing that we're not even thinking about. On 11/11, we won't have a football game. We don't have a football game on 11/11. And what we just saw was we saw how we looked coming off of a bye. We was fresh. We was ready to roll. I think having Alcorn at home, coming off a bye week, playing against a team that's, you know what I'm saying, we come out, give it everything we got last game of the season. Barring nothing weird happens in the East with FAMU, then we got a chance to get to the SWAC championship, which is a long shot right now. But the point that I'm making is we improved. And that's all you want to see with your team. You want to win. You want to see their confidence get high. And TD said something that was very important. Man, the fans want to see touchdowns, man. We saw some touchdowns in that game. It felt good, man. It really did. To see them passes go in the air, and you looking like this, and that boy come down with that thing. Boy, that feels good, man. You hear what I'm saying? When Maya Miller hit that hole and he take that thing to the house, it felt good. You see what I'm saying? Like, it felt good, man. So, yeah, I'm telling you, to give the credit to Alabama A&M for not laying down. Xavier Langford came in and created some problems. He really is I'm going to go out on a limb and say something. Xavier Langford starting at quarterback for Alabama A&M could actually pose some problems for FAMU. He can. Yeah. Here's why. Because FAMU struggles with running quarterbacks. If you want to sit back and try to, not so much, I ain't saying like they putrid and nothing like that. You still have to stop them now because Moose will get hot. He looked like the best in the conference. You know, I saw that Southern game. Southern had some chances. They had a horrible special teams game. That muff punt, they're going to forever remember that because they actually had control of the game and they gave it away. And then you give a good team like that a chance in the end, they marched right down the field and scored, and Southern basically couldn't do nothing about it. So the point that I'm making is that it's a possibility. But even if they do lose Alabama A&M, unless they lose to Bethune-Cookman, which I don't see that happening, you never can tell. Injury can happen. You never can tell. You just got to go do what you can do. So from a team standpoint, overall standpoint, I really think we got something that we're working with. So the coaches can store data, notate what works. We feel like maybe they do listen to what we talk about, but I ain't saying they doing nothing because we said it. But what we are saying is that we were happy to see some of the things that we wanted. And EA, you can laugh all you want. I don't care. I'm just saying, like, y'all still got to go win the game. And y'all have looked terrible the past few weeks. Y'all just won because y'all out-talented everybody the same thing they were saying about us. So,
thank you. Somebody have finally said something about that.
Y'all haven't looked good, but y'all won, though. And that's the same thing that happened to us last year and the year before last. There was moments throughout the season where we looked horrible, but we would win because we were out-talented everybody. Everything ain't a joke. I'm just telling you. I know football. I see it. Y'all look horrible, bro.
And I don't know what that Southern player was thinking about that DB did. He just pushed the receiver in the end zone. Man, what are you?
I'm just saying, bro.
Oh
like
my God.
at the end of the day,
you see that dog?
At the end of the day, you get a block punt that led to points. Yes, y'all created that. So kudos to you guys. A muff punt after y'all stopped them. I'm just saying, you got a 16-12 game when it should be 14-14. That's a 4-point swing. It's a whole different, but again, it happened. Y'all capitalize on it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, the game was tied ball game, 19-19. You see what I'm saying? And I think something happened. They stopped them, and it was a penalty of some sort that wound up giving them, I think, like a rough in the passer or something.
It was a rough in the passer.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, they shot themselves in the foot. And you give them a chance to score the ball, and it's like, damn, they had a chance, you know. And in the end, it didn't happen. So I'm saying you get out of there with a victory, you survive. And it is what it is. I don't think even if you win the SWAC, you beat North Carolina Central, but that's maybe too early of a conversation to have. So
they not beating us.
Sound like I'm hating. I'm just telling you, they ain't look
That's
good.
not hate. They ain't hate, man. Like you are like
you go into the game, you go into halftime against Valley, you 10-7, and the touchdown you scored was a botched snap on Valley's part. And then you go into the third quarter, it was still just like they're squeaking out wins. And again, you win. But again, like everything ain't just like we around here, you know, the SWAC is looking terrible and y'all just playing world beater football. No, y'all look terrible and y'all backing into the parking lot, bro. That's how y'all doing. Y'all backing into wins. They ain't just making them, you know.
Ken, that's why I said, that's why I said, can we play them again?
Man, I can't wait to play FAMU in the middle of the season after each team that had a chance to really get themselves rolling. This first game of the season, crap, it worked for us, and it worked for it worked against them twice, and it worked in our favor. So I'm not gonna complain because it falls on us now. We already knew that was kind of the de facto. Whoever win that game probably was going to win the East type situation. So if it play out and Jackson State is on the short end of it, I'm not going to cry about it because I didn't cry when it was FAMU that had to eat 9-2 records for 2 straight seasons.
Right.
That's how I get down. I don't want to change the rule and make everything work in my favor when it ain't in my favor. No, if it was good for the goose, it's good for the what? The gander. That's how it goes. You know? So
and then you wouldn't even to me you wouldn't even get that win if it wasn't for them questionable play calling by Dooley. So to me, you know, running the ball when it's a minute left and you should, you know, throw some outs.
Doc, hold on that. Brother GA, what you got? Because I've really got to come back to that.
No, I just want to say, brothers, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all letting me come up and chop it up. I want to see level of play increase across the SWAC, to be honest. That's just where I'm at with it.
We do. We need that, bro. Because honestly, if the SWAC wasn't so bad, we wouldn't be sitting up here saying that if we finish 9-2, we probably still won't win. This is how bad this conference is.
Yeah, so that's another discussion. We'll talk about that some other time. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. You know, keep blocking that tackle.
Yes, sir. Hey, but to your point, Doc, what the hell was that, man?
Boy, I thought he was on some booger sugar for real.
Yeah, you saw that. We was riding home, bro. You saw at the end of the game.
Oh, Jesus.
No, why are you running the ball? So you threw the ball 50 times against Jackson State, and then when you playing, you in crunch, you down a whole touchdown.
A whole touchdown.
And you got how many timeouts he had? None?
0.
So you had no timeouts and you're running the football.
Running the football. Of course, you know, plus, you think I guess he was thinking about when you get a first down, they stop the clock.
Don't
but
let you get a first down. It started back as soon as they set the ball. So
that's on him then again.
But the point that I'm making about that is this, and I'm gonna leave that alone because that just I don't want to lose no brain cells thinking about it. The point that I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Because even though they turned the ball over on downs, you still rushed your quarterback because if you run the ball, the clock's gonna keep running. So you got to hurry up and get to the line and get to the next play.
Yeah,
it just didn't make sense, man. It was just idiotic coaching, man. And I don't blame some of these schools for being, peed off for how some of these coaches have just displayed their inability to think in the midst of a crunch, man. Somebody says SU lost on purpose. Hey, it's possible. Somebody said that Ascot was choking him.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Man. I'm not gonna get on it. I'm gonna stick to the coaching piece. But no, it is what it is. They won the game. Kudos to them, man. They 4-0 with 4 games left to go. And in order for us to even have a chance, they gotta lose 2. And I don't see it. Who they got left on their schedule?
They got Alabama A&M. They have Prairie View for their homecoming. They play Lincoln, California again this year.
My swag, they don't care about that.
They got Texas Southern too, but they'll be in Houston, but that's a win. And then they got Bethune, from what I'm hearing.
That's a win. Possibly it's a rivalry game, but here's the thing. Prairie View can pose some problems. Let's say they lose the Prairie View. I'm rooting for Prairie View and Alabama A&M. Let's get it. I want y'all, you better hope y'all don't lose, man. Because if they lose one game, I think they lose two. You either win out or you lose two. That's how I don't think is. You know how you playing spades.
Mm-hmm.
You got 9 books in your hand, TD.
Yeah.
If I got 9, I got 10. No. Across your partner. So you don't be at 9, bro. You either gonna be at 8 or you gonna be at that 10. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? We 9 books. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it because it's one of them is a push. So either you got that wheel in your hand, or or we gonna be one over. One of the two. I ain't bidding on 9. It's janky. So just got an order, man. Appreciate the order, brother. I'll go ahead and get that fulfilled as soon as we get done. Hey, before we get out of here, man. Hey, you guys go to the website, man. We got merch up. Check out the merch we got. Got the logo. We got these We Love to Hate t-shirts in red and in blue. Got the navy logo, white logo, red logo, black logo. The black logo, fire, man. Oh, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, Ken. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, man. It was nice talking to y'all, man.
Man, appreciate you coming up, bro. Anytime, man. We love talking football, man, and we absolutely love when folks come up and chop it up, man. We ask everybody to come up, man, instead of just always being in the chat yapping. Come on up and let us hear what you're saying, because it's a little different when we read it.
Right.
When we reading comments and stuff, we might miss a little something. Do you think TC would try to go to the play? What do you mean? We'll try to go. We want to go. Make this real clear. We want to go to the playoffs if we win out 9-2. If FAMU wins the East and go on to win the SWAC championship. I don't think it's a bad thing to say if FAMU wins the SWAC, goes on to win the SWAC Celebration Bowl, which we wouldn't know, but by that time they win the East and they're going to the SWAC championship. So now you're saying, hey, FAMU only lost one game, and that was a close game to a Power 5 program. Jackson State lost to a Texas State team who was looking good until they blew the game against against Louisiana, which sucks. But not that Louisiana sucked. It sucked that they blew that game, because I'm like, damn, Texas State wins the Sun Belt and then FAMU wins the conference. You lose. Your only 2 losses was to 2 conference champions, right? So now you got a case. Here's what I'm hoping. Due to the SoCon beating up each other, I'm hoping that the committees that are choosing this elects to put Jackson State in because of 2 things. Because of, number one, because of all of the conversation about the playoffs the past couple of seasons, and number 2, our ability to travel. And whoever brings us in will definitely get a lot of ticket sales. That they do know. Because wherever they put us, we going. And we going to show up deep. We coming. I don't give a damn if they send us to Eastern Washington. Now, don't send us to Eastern Washington. But first of all, we got to handle business. This is a hypothetical. So, and then 2, don't mess around and let us go and then TC win a game. Hey, man, if TC win an FCS playoff game, that would be the first time a coach in the history of JSU football has actually won an FCS playoff game. We've never won an FCS playoff game. So I think that's something that we can hang our hat on. I'm okay with it. I love, but we got to handle business. And I think we need to handle business handily. We need to show up and we need to whoop some folks off the field. And we need to, you know what we can say? Damn, Jackson State got healthy. Damn, if Jackson State got in the groove, had they played FAMU toward the end of the season, that could have been a different outcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what we need to start doing, if we win that Alcorn game, our AD and our media, our school need to start pitching to the FCS playoff. Hey, we need a bid. Same thing Willie Simmons and FAMU them did. They start pitching. Hey, look, man, we got to get to the playoff. We earned the right to be in the playoffs. Y'all need to give us a shot. And the SWAC sucked then. You had Jack State and FAMU. Everybody else was terrible.
Yeah.
Because you had two Western teams that only had 6 wins that were coming over there. Southern was Andrew Body injury away from going home. Those are the facts. So Prairie View lost the Valley. They were supposed to go to SWAC championship. So it was like everybody lost on the same day. Alcorn lost, Alabama A&M. I mean, I think Alabama A&M lost, Texas Southern lost, not Alabama A&M. Alcorn lost, Texas Southern lost, Southern Prairie View lost. That's what it was. Then Southern, they gave Southern the berth and they beat Grambling. I think they beat Grambling. Did they beat Grambling? No, they lost.
Yeah, they beat Grambling in the Bayou.
So yeah, we definitely want to go to the playoffs. Period, point blank. We want to go to the playoffs. So, yeah, man. I got one more thing I want to do before we get out of here, man. So y'all see this shirt. Go to the website. I'm gonna put this up. If anybody that need to get off, you can go ahead and just talk to the folks real quick. We got the We Love to Hate in blue and in red. I know some folks got their orders real quick. TD, you got anything for the folk before you get out of here, bro?
I'm good, man. Hey, we'll catch up with you later, bro. Later, Doc.
All right,
later,
TD.
Sounds good, bro. Appreciate you.
I'm about to roll up out of here, man. I thank you for sending me a birthday wish yesterday, man. It feels good being 44.
Hey, no doubt about it, bro. Happy birthday to you, man. All the best to you, big dog.
All right, man. Do y'all love. Peace out.
All right, brother. So for those that got the logo joint, these are flyer, man. I ain't gonna go through all of them, but my point is, got all the merch. Hit that website, man. I got it there for you. We invested in it, so y'all go ahead and shop with us, man. If you want to, if you didn't get a chance to do the pre-order, go to the website KC-1400media.com. White, navy, red, and black logo tees. Got the navy We Love to Hate, and then we got this dope hoodie coming. These will be on the website in less than a week. So the weather's changing. We're just gonna do black for now. We will roll out a navy hoodie, white hoodie, all that good stuff. But for now, we're gonna do this. So go to the website now. Grab the t-shirt if you want one. If you haven't already, everyone should have their orders right now. And we appreciate all the support, man. As always, it's homecoming 2023. Man, I appreciate everybody, all the support. Looking forward to getting home and mixing it up with everybody, man. If we see you out in the tailgate spot or on the yard on Friday, whatever you plan on doing, hit us up, connect with us. On Wednesday, we will have John Jock Taylor, author. He actually wrote the Sports Illustrated article with Coach Prime, Travis, and Shador on there. He wrote a book about the last year under Coach Prime. We will have him on the show on Wednesday, so tune in. We'll drop the link for the book. If you want to purchase the book, the link will be on there. Again, we will be talking about our previous head coach on the next show. It's not I didn't even mean to put that up there. I'm trying to delete the daggum thing. But take the emotions out of it. Join the conversation. Let's see. We plan on asking some really good questions from his perspective, his vantage point. And like I said, he reached out to us. He wanted to obviously, now that the book is out, he obviously, wants those who are interested from the Jackson State side to purchase the book. And like I said, if you want to purchase the book, purchase it. If you don't want to purchase it, don't purchase it. But we will have him on, not the whole show, but we'll have him on for a certain portion of the show, and then we'll end it, and then we'll proceed from there. So more than likely, it won't be at the very beginning. I don't know. We'll figure that piece out. But tune in on Wednesday. We'll work on all the details tomorrow, and we'll get that out whenever we drop the actual post on Twitter. We'll put all that up there, man. So I actually feel honored, man, to, Zoe and I and everybody, we feel honored that, they want to come. He wanted to come sit down with us, man. I mean, he's doing big things in the real world, and it speaks to the work that we do with this platform on this channel. And, we're not going to run from none of it. So tune in, get active with us, man. Like I said, it's a very important conversation, and we'll see what comes of it. Other than that, man, that's all I got. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Happy homecoming. Let's make it a good one. Like I said, we'll be on Wednesday. We'll be on Friday, and then it's a whole lot going on in the city, man. Be safe and enjoy yourself, man. Other than that, we'll close it out with a message from our
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU By 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we were talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that would be huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU By 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.